iceberg.
Mom, there isn't anything but trees out here.
Well, that's a good thing about moving out of the city.
Meet Ryan. He didn't want to leave his friends and move here. Because the kids in this town are mean and tough.
Hey, there's a kid over there.
And they really don't like strangers.
Said leave.
Scram!
Your history.
And then, when they steal his best friend,
Theo!
he's given a strange pair of shoes.
It's a found treasure, a present.
Somebody's got some wheels. Want me to grind your face in, McGuire?
But these bullies won't stop. And just when Ryan thinks he can't run anymore, he finds that he can rise above it all. Watch Ryan use his magical fly-in powers to rescue his friend
Theo!
and save the day.
Ryan.
The sky's the limit.
Oh, the mic wasn't on. There's one for WPIG, ALT, if you're there. Hello, everyone. Yes, this is an illegal Ree-Stream. How are we all doing? The Cat Ballyhoo, Sheet Metal, Jeremy Kohar, Wilson Tortosa, Brad Burnian in the house. Hello, everyone. Way better than Project 7. Oh, yeah. What the fuck was that? That was Flying Ryan. Ryan's a thing at the moment. I wanted to play something Ryan related. It was very hype. It's a shit film. So yeah, I got some time to myself. So just thought I'd pop on. Decepticon. Hello. Hit time go indeed. Hello, my children. So this is all very spur of the moment. Just thought I'd just nip on. Got, you know, just wife and kid are out of town, and I've got some time to myself. So yeah, I didn't know what to do. I was like, should I play some games on Twitch, or should I come and watch DSP? Because it's been a while since I've actually just sat and watched a whole pre-stream. So I thought, fuck it, let's do that. Harrison Wells, I don't stream very often, so yeah. Not anymore anyway, I used to. So yeah, I don't know if you guys want to just do some chill Q&A or just get straight into the The meat of the podcast. Why you dox Ryan, bro? Sorry. Divorce arc. Yeah, man. Maybe. No, I'm joking. Oh god, Derek's here. I love time to myself too. Yeah. Tired of all the burger sounds. Do you know what? Do you know what's fucking hard? Streaming on your own. When you haven't got ALT there to blame for anything. Yeah. Posting a video and streaming in the same week. It's all falling into place. It's a rarity. Flexing your family, huh? All I see is Jinx. Maybe. Do we get a Sam's Day Off segment? What day off, man? I don't have days off. I've got a day off Thursday, which I might do something with. But we'll see. Can you please say his name with an H? Sorry, Derish. Strange Level 1 podcast. Love the show with ALT. Man, that being said, it's nothing without ALT. That being said, he's ALT. And then 3 other guys. I know, he's old. This is a unicorn stream. It is indeed, yes. Just don't snort into your mic and you're already winning. Sorry, I'm just reading chat. Is that interactive enough for you? Is that what interaction is? Me, a cat, and ALT are Sam's family. Not Steve. What about Steve? Has anyone watched Steve's new video, by the way? I've yet to actually partake. It's a bit new. So yeah, maybe I'll watch it on Thursday. TBS is productive, not destructive. Sam is streaming. Big up's my favourite dentist. Hi there. You don't know why you got banned from his stream? What, DSPs? I mean, it don't take much. I don't understand how this stream works. I don't see any support goals. We have no support goals. Any support is greatly appreciated, but whatever. Yeah, it's... I'll tell you this for free. Any support does go straight back into the stream. Or, in fact, it goes straight back into my content. Because I do have a plan. I'm about a day after I posted, the video. I started to think to myself, like, well, I should probably think about doing another one. What should I do? And the only idea I've got so far is that I want to make it better looking, more professional. So yeah, any like what do you call it? Ad revenue, any fucking super chat, super stickers, all that shite. That goes straight in. So that. Because I'm saving up basically. I'm squirreling away money, and I'm gonna put it into getting DSLR. That's my only thought, and that's it so far for what I'm gonna do with the next one. It's a 10-year plan. It probably will be. Do I need you to send tips? If you want to contribute towards the next video, then by all means feel free. But yeah, it is what it is, man. I have a full-time job, and doing this is very much my hobby and my passion. WWE Champions Pools at 10k. I can't remember if we said, yeah, we did, didn't we? We talked about it on that being said, that we all downloaded Champions, and I think I probably played it once. I don't know how that happens. I don't know how you get addicted to that. Oh fuck, did you hear that? I didn't know that worked. My Alexa told me I'd got a new channel member. Thank you very much. Hum along if you can't sing along. That's crazy. I had to jump through hoops to get that to work, and I didn't even know it. That's the first time it's happened, so yeah. Big ups. TBS should get fantastic Mrs. Sam. Tips really do help. Next video, setting up your audio with DSP as the what not to do example. That's not a bad idea. Thank you very much, guys and subscribers. Thank you everyone that has subscribed. I think I've jumped up like 600 since I put that fucking video up. It's fucking mental. What was I saying? Was that Bob Starsky? Hello, mate. You alright? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, setting up your audio with DSP is the what not to do example. I noticed. Fuck me. That's fucking mental, man. I can't believe that works. Thank you, Puddy, for being a meaningful, whatever it is, the meaningful masses. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, actually. I'll tell you one thing about DSP streams. And no one cares about this except me and like everyone that restreams him. He limits. You know how he's really quiet? Everyone knows DSP's really fucking quiet, isn't it? Like, you know, he's like this. He sounds like this a lot of the time. Hello, my name's Phil. He's not doing himself any favors. He will never be any louder than like -6 decibels. Like, I'm pretty limited. Like, I'm on the red line. I couldn't. If I was louder, I'd be clipping. His stream never goes over -6, so he's always at least that quiet. Sorry, that's really fucking nerdy, I know, but there you go. And he doesn't have any compression or anything like that, so if he's talking away from his mic, he gets really quiet. So there you go. There's a bit of boring knowledge for you. It's an easy fix as well, as you might expect. What have I missed? Hello, insert title gaming and AR and Ryan the Betrayed. Do you know what? I used to really enjoy doing this. Do you know? I used to stream like 3 times a week, and I used to do gameplay, but occasionally I'd just sit and talk for a couple of hours, and I used to love it because I'm not a talker in real life. Like at work, I'm quite quiet, and you know, socially, I'm just, you know, quite quiet. But yeah, I like just chatting away to myself. I'm not going to get over that. Anyway, I've missed something. Decepticon, thank you very much. $5. Reinvest into stream means eating on stream. Yep. The best I can offer you is chewing gum at the moment, but I will reinvest into more chewing gum. Snacking with Sam. And yes, thank you, Bob Starsky and Christian C for the $1.99. New sub from latest, new info I haven't seen before. You're very fucking welcome. Needless to say, I'm very blown away by the reaction to it, because it's been a long time coming, that video. I would say it went through about 3 different periods of... I have bursts of creativity, and obviously there was the initial one, then I put it down when we probably started the podcast, and I just kind of, it went on the back burner, and then last winter maybe I picked it up, did some more editing, doing some bits and pieces, and then again put it down. I know we've had some bigger guests on, things like that, and we've, you know, things fall to the wayside a little bit. Thank you everyone for subscribing and shit. And then the other day, I don't know what it was, a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago now, I was like, fuck it, I need to put something out. And you know, putting things out on YouTube, that's a way to grow a channel, I tell you. Don't not put things out. That's my top tip. So yeah, I just thought, fuck it, and you'll be surprised how much I added to it though, you know, like the scat thing and all that. That didn't come until a couple of weeks ago. You know, sometimes it happens. You just go through these periods of like these lulls, and then suddenly it's like, fuck, I love editing again. all of a sudden. Solid video. If time allows, do more. I'm gonna try. I really do love doing it. Thank you. Thank you very much, Kid Victor. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I love doing it. It just takes a long time when you're a, you know, perfectionist like myself. What was the other thing I saw? Edits in the latest video were awesome. Thank you, Joel. L Tractor. Max is everything Phil wishes he was. Your vid was spot on. Yeah, I mean, I don't watch a lot of Maximilian Dude. I really don't. But like, I meant what I said in that video. You know, I what I see and for what I watch him for, he's great, and you know, he's a fighting game guy. I'm not, but he got me with something else. You know, I love Final Fantasy VII, and he got me in with that. He diversified. He does bits and pieces outside the fighting game world that grow his channel, and that's what it should be. That's what it should be about. Thank you for the super chat, Georgie boy. Love the vids. Have you seen the Side Scrollers interview with DSP? I may have. Yes, I have. In fact, I spoke with Craig on That Being Said podcast. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. What was my take? It was, as everyone said, it was fuck me, man. Are these alerts like loud or anything, by the way? I don't know. I don't want them to like drown anything out. It was Detractor Christmas, wasn't it? It was everything. It was the number one moment this year, and this year's been pretty damn good already. But it you know, it was, you know, it was something. Do I play any video games? When I get chance, when I'm not, you know, editing or talking on That Being Said or setting up streams, and by setting up streams I don't just mean clicking start streaming. You know, we do bits and pieces behind the scenes. Sometimes we'll, you know, like now we've got like a competition going on, we've got a tournament, this stupid thing. We have, you know, irons in the fire. There's things going on that you perhaps don't appreciate. Not appreciate, that doesn't sound right, but you know, this is a shit going on, and so yeah, I'm quite busy, was what I'm trying to say. I've got a wife and a kid and 2 cats and a dog, by the way, Phil. I've lost my train of thought. Games. So what I'm trying to say is that I've been playing the FF7 remake for like since it came out. I picked it up again like 2 nights ago, and I'm grinding the end game stuff. I'm basically grinding to be as powerful as I can be before playing it on hard mode, and that's literally all I'm doing, just grinding, and then I'm gonna piss through hard mode basically. Favorite moment from the interview, fucking hell, man, the bit after it where he did the hat thing, great. Them showing him the clips, yeah, it was all good, man. It was all good. How did I become a detractor? I watched like Evil AJ and, you know, like the MGS3 This Is How You Don't Play. I think I told this story before where I remember I was following, like I'd seen that and kind of forgotten about it, but somehow I'd followed Tevin on Twitter, and I think it was him that posted like a little clip of, or a picture of what Phil had got on his backdrop for his birthday, and it was just some sad looking balloons and like a guy laughing or something, and I thought, oh, that's fucking hilarious. So I remember it being around the time when it was just before he got departed from Twitch, and I feel like that was when a lot of people suddenly started cropping up. You started to get like, you know, Meerkat posting regularly, and I remember, you know, Raven's Dolphin was always streaming and all that. But I don't know. And then I think because I'd kind of got out of streaming, I was furloughed for a long time, you know, with COVID, and then which made me stream. And then obviously going back to work, I found it hard to stream and work at the same time, you know, that balance. So I kind of turned to editing, and I was like, how can I do editing, and what can I talk about, and how can I do a streamer tips video or whatever, but make it interesting? So I just thought, oh, there's this guy Phil, he's not very good at streaming, let's talk about him. So yeah, I operate a household, yes. That's one thing actually, if we're going to be rabbiting for a bit, is everyone looking forward to the showcase tomorrow, the Sony thing? Because I tell you, if we weren't doing That Being Said at exactly the same time tomorrow, I think I'd be streaming that and talking about it, because I'm not a massive video game guy, but that's got my interest, you know, if some of the rumours are to be believed. You know, we've got possible MGS3 remake coming out, we've got possible Final Fantasy Rebirth gameplay or something, Bloodborne 2, you know, people are going crazy with these like you know, these maybe far out suggestions, but who knows, man, it could be great. So I'm pretty like hyped for it. Yes, I am streaming. You are not on Mars, Nick MetalX. Thank you for the burger, Dazangedo. Yeah, have one of these. He says, there they are. Have a
burnt burger.
Have a burnt burger. Spider-Man 2 footage. Yeah, there's like Wolverine. Who fucking knows, man? Mortal Kombat 1. Yeah, again, not fighting game guy, but you know, these newer ones like Street Fighter 6 has got my interest, and I don't give a shit about fighting games, but it looks, you know, it looks good, it looks fun. MGS3 has me worried. Why, man? I'm not supposed to ask you questions. I know, I'm sorry. Last of Us multiplayer, yeah, I read that was a thing earlier, possibly. Maybe. Video edit you made turned it into a watchable video. I wouldn't want to watch it still. It's still Phil. Yeah, I know what you mean, Harrison. Like, it's like hallowed ground, isn't it? MGS3. It's up there. It's like it's between that and FF7 for me as like best games ever, favorite games certainly. And will a remake ruin that legacy somehow? Will they do it right? But you know, if they do, and it becomes the start of like a series, do we get a complete new Metal Gear Solid remake series where they start from the start of the story? We get Big Boss all the way through up to Solid Snake and beyond. Who knows? That's that part of it. That concept kind of excites me, even though I like the bizarre storytelling nature of the original games, the kind of back and forward thing where you kind of piecing the puzzle together. I do like the idea of just a whole new thing. Persona 6, never played one of them, but it's another one for Phil to play and talk shit about. Butterlip Spinell. Metal Gear 1 remake. I mean, that to me, that was like the obvious thing to go to next. You know, fuck all that Metal Gear Survive shite. It's like you've got these original games that, you know, that are very old now, that are a significant part of the story. They bridge that gap between Big Boss and Solid Snake, and yet they remain in that MSX era, NES, depending on, you know, how you look at it. But yeah, no Kojima. Don't know. Just get someone reputable to do it. Just say, remake this game. I mean, I'd probably be happy with just MGS3 again, with better textures and you know, the weird thing is when you think about it, it's kind of a weird game to remake or remaster or whatever, because you've got that nice HD collection which does it, you know, it does the job. Have I missed anything? I don't think I have. No, a lot of chat. Sorry, trying to keep up. Metal Gear Rising, yeah, I never played that. Keep meaning to. Serious question. Whose hand would you prefer to shake? Phil Burnell or Derek? Do I have to? I'm just gonna say Phil. I don't know. I don't want to go anywhere near Derek. But if you know, who wouldn't want to shake DSP's hand? Actually, yeah. Thinking about it. Shake his hand. Oh yeah. He does smell. He smells. He definitely smells. Love a remake of the original Metal Gear. Love an NES Metal Gear reimagining. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, make a 3D version of like those of Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2. Do I prefer pulling Hogan's or buying a new PC and improving your streaming setup? I've heard Blue Point connected with it. Yeah, same. There's going to be something Blue Point, isn't there? I think that's what we've established. There's some unknown thing. We're just waiting to hear what it is. Not touching Derek, at least Phil is probably selling by now. Yeah. One is clammy, one is sticky. That's the vibe I get. Like, dirty, unwashed. Just smells like old cheese. Yeah, that about sums it up. Derek's hand might have had some, yeah, undiscovered species. I mean, yeah, I don't know where his hand's been. Anyway, good interactive stream. I hope so. Someone asked to see my guitars, and there's nothing much to see. That is like a crappy Squire Fender. No, not even. It's not a Fender. It's a Squire Strat. And that's the one I use, because the other one, the Les Paul, which I'm too weak to get down, one of the pickups is like fucked on it. You can push it in. It fell over, and all the strings are about 15 years old, so I don't use that one. I don't really use either of them. I used it to do direct capture, and then I haven't touched it since. Or, well, not really. Oh, and there's a Fender acoustic over there. It's all real. It's like cheap shit. I'm not really a guitar guy. Italian cheese. I am Bank Leaks. I'm streaming. I am. I said I was going to Ree-Stream Phil, but we've just been talking for like half an hour so far. Yeah, miss much. Red Dwarf saying he's a smeghead. Yeah. So what should I do? Should we do Phil? Should we do Phil? Should we watch DSP stream, or would you like me to carry on talking bollocks? So an Epiphone Les Paul. Yes, sorry, it's an Epiphone. Yeah. Definitely not a Gibson. Not a guitar guy, has 3 guitars. I used to be a guitar guy, or I used to think of myself as a guitar guy. Back when I wanted to be a rock star. Always good to see a Sam stream. Thank you, Mr. Differently Abled. Is this the pre-stream? I don't know what it is. Phil? Thack Mild? More bollocks? Oh, come on. I've got 30 minutes of pre-stream left. Super crazy on the pod. Like we said the other day, like it's... I think it's, you know, people suggest things to us, and it's definitely been talked about. I don't know if we've ever actually approached him. I'm not sure, but maybe. What up, dudes? What's up, Sam? Hello, LUX. Well, sorry, guys. Me and the missus need to wake up early. Thanks, Wilson. Talk bollocks about Phil. Doing Phil or bollocks? Both are the same thing. Yeah, basically. White whale guest for the pod you want to see. Oh, man. Like Tevin, basically, would be that, wouldn't it? And that's another one where it's like, yeah, you know, people say to us, like, have you thought about getting Tevin on? Tevin would be really good. And it's like, yep. Oh, thanks, man. Chris Mike Crawford for the $5. Here's some positive interaction for the DSLR fund. Keep up the great content. Thank you very much. Yeah. As I say, that's all, like, it's going into, like, a pot. And maybe I won't make it. That's like it's like Phil blackmailing his chat or something. Like, I won't put out another video until you pay me. Which is not true. Well, it might. Oh, I don't know. Sort of is. I just want to do it right. I want to be able to say the first 3 were shot with an iPhone, and then he was like, then he got the DSLR, and it was like, yeah. Have I tried to get memology through Heel versus Babyface? No, not that I know of. But again, yeah, that'd be another good one. DSP be the ultimate endgame goal, but I mean, yeah, basically it would, wouldn't it? Or like Moist Critical or someone like that. Yeah, like, you know, someone like someone fucking massive, but like somewhat related to DSP. I don't know who else. Toker. What's he called? The legal guy. People like that, yeah. But I don't know. As of right now, I don't think there's anyone lined up that's, you know, we haven't got any of the, you know, the real big ones lined up that we've had. Cat is ALT's dream guest. Yes. Find and capture Fred and make him explain himself. A DSP video game. I feel like that's been mentioned before. Like someone's like thought about it, and or has it happened? I don't know. Get Ryan on, yeah. We have had a lot of people on, to be fair. To the point where it's like we've gone back and we've had on previous people, you know. Yeah, Jenna, the tax guy, Rakita. Is that how you pronounce it, or however? That's probably how Phil pronounces it. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, you know, those kind of, sometimes they talk about DSP kind of people, who'd be cool. Brainstorming a DSP video game for a while, but nothing material so far. I mean, it's got to happen at some point, innit? That'd be great. Oh, Cody Taylor, that is a fantastic question. Most overrated DSP moment. The incident, for me. And that might just be me. So the point, it's like I don't need to see that again. In the grand scheme, I know it's the thing he's known for and all that. But do you know what I mean? Like, in the grand scheme of things, after everything he's done, it's like, yeah, he wanked on stream. So, you know, it's not a great. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Extra galactic gall. Thank you. Someone agrees with me. Do you know what I mean? Though it's just like, He's a massive prick, you know, in other ways. That's just a small thing, the stupid thing that he shouldn't have done. The incident is overrated like how McCartney is overrated. That's an interesting take. We're talking about Paul McCartney. I like Paul McCartney. Good, you agree with me. Perfect. Fantastic, Mr. Boyden. I also think Jasper is not abused and neglected as much as people say. seems like a very normal content. I mean, he seems to like Phil, doesn't he? He's not scared to the point where he doesn't go near Phil. So that's something. Yeah, interview outshrines the incident. I feel like, yeah, that's there's, I guess that's up there with those moments where it's like, you know, this is the big thing. It's hilarious that it, you know, it was supposed to be the thing that people were pointed towards, so that he could say, if you want answers, here you go, it's all here. And now we're at the, you know, the point we're at now where he's disowned it. It's great. Overrated for sure, but it makes me laugh. I mean, it's funny now and again, you know, like we took the piss out of it on TBS. We did our own little recreation of it. It's a meme, you know, at the end of the day. What did I miss here? Yeah, the filming in front of children part gets played up too much, I guess. Yeah. I'm always interested to know, like, what the numbers were, like, who actually saw that. I always think of it like it's one of those things where, you know, there's probably a fucking million people that are like, yeah, I was there, man. I watched it live as it happened, and really, in reality, it was like there's like 100 people just, and only like 20 of them saw it or something. Yeah, there you go, Mr. Differently Abled. Oh yeah, 100%. The incident could happen to anyone, but the mentality of the guy is really what's deplorable. Agree. There's just so much other shit involved when it comes to the man. It's like, yeah, he wanked on stream, but did you see that? Like, did you see him say that thing? The TV saga is underrated. That was a thing. I just can't believe it. It's all. Do you know what? Every time there's a new thing that occurs, like the TV or the capture card, or now where he's just earned. Where are we at? $3,000 in tips alone. And yet he's not. He's either forced into replacing something he has, sent something by someone for free, or just flat out refuses to upgrade or whatever it is when he's $3,000, you know, that he wouldn't normally have. I don't know what he normally makes compared to what he's had in the last 20 streams or whatever it is, but and suddenly there's a couple of bills, so he can't pay for a new PC, even though a couple of components would maybe, you know, he could get away with significantly upgrading his stream and only spend like half of that. You know, it's just so obvious when he that he's lying to and it just never fails to be amazing and to frustrate. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. And for me particularly frustrating, you know, because I don't know if it's selfish to say, but I'm always like, fucking hell, man, the things you could do with that money. I don't know. And it's just all yep. Oh, I won. Yep. Won. And gin. Yep. That and pissed up the wall, basically. He's made 5,797 in tips alone in 18 days. That to me is life changing. That is unthinkable. But you know, I don't tend to focus on it too much. That's probably why. Oh yeah, tequila now. It's not gin, is it? Yeah, the studio you could make, like the top of the line PC. Maybe it's best to not think about. You could do a stream of him putting the PC together and make the money back. Probably. Certainly make some of it back. It'd be something good, something different, something spontaneous. But yeah, here we go. I mean, he says he used to build PCs, but do we really think he could now? He would buy pre-made, wouldn't he? Just also like yeah, frustrating. It's all somehow already tied up to bills when he had no idea. That's the thing, isn't it? It's like, okay, so what were you gonna do if you didn't get that money then? If you it's the thing, you like you put in like 1% of brain power and you're like, what? Hang on, what do you mean? So the bills just came up out of nowhere, did they? So yeah, that's fucking mental. That would help me so much. Can't believe he just gambles it away. Yeah, dreaded end. I know. It is what it is, man. Big up Sam. Can't imagine who can't buy a PC with like 4K made in 10 days. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that would be the stream, wouldn't it? It would be like he would buy it pre-made and the stream would be him taking it out of the box. If you're lucky. If you're lucky. Pesky surprise build. Yeah. Stu Armo. Sorry if that's wrong. Am I a DJ? No, I used to like dabble with it. I used to be into like dance music, like trancey, housey stuff back in the like late 90s, early 90s when I was a teenager, and that never went anywhere, and you know, got rid of my decks. So, like it was like Kevin and Perry time. It was like, you know, trance was the big thing in the late 90s, you know. And so yeah, I got a lot of vinyl, which some of that still is. It's just crappy like stuff no one wants anymore. It's the stuff I don't. It's nostalgic stuff. I'd never listen to it, but it's just there. But I did actually DJ like out a bit later on, doing like rock nights back when like there was a lot of emos around with fringes that went down here. Who'd do that? So yeah, good memories about like, you know, staying up late, getting drunk, smoking, and yeah, and other stuff. Yes, I was into trance. Yeah, like the really like commercial melodic stuff. Yeah. No, not Technics 1200s or anything like that. That I wish they were like some like new marks, you know, cheap shit. Paul Van Dyke, yeah, that kind of era, you know, like yeah. You know, when tracks like 9 PM Till I Come by ATB were hitting #1 in the charts, and then you had like all the big, like, you know, Ferry Corsten and Tiesto was you know, starting out, I guess, or, you know, it was the start of all that, and, you know, the big melodic trance, loved it. Favorite album of all time, like straight off the bat, first thing that comes to mind, Dark Side of the Moon. But yeah, big Beatles fan, you know, love like classic rock. I'm just a sad old man at this point. DJ name would have been Fantastic Mr. Emo. Yeah, why not? I bet you went to Ibiza on holiday. Nah, I didn't. I only just went to Ibiza with my wife like 4 or 5 years ago, and we didn't go to a club or anything. We just went to Ibiza. And I'd made sure to listen to some of that old, you know, the old trancey, dancey stuff while I was there. But yeah, Ian Van Dahl, all that stuff, Castles in the Sky was in the charts, that kind of era. Adagio for strings, there you go. Sorry, I'm just listing shit. But yeah, I wouldn't, my wife wouldn't let me listen to that kind of stuff now. Is this Q&A? Sorry, yeah, I find myself drawn to just sitting and reading and chatting with you all and actually having something to say, I hope. Forgot the thumb for the wife. Yeah, like, yeah, I feel like I grew up in a weird era where I was like too young for that scene, maybe, but then too old for, you know, by the time I was of legal drinking age and all the rest of it, like, I don't know, it all kind of died, and then I was an emo. I actually was an emo. I was probably too old to be that, so I was kind of in a weird generation, like between generations, I guess. I wear a top hat instead of a cowboy hat. I don't really wear hats. But yeah, man, the music from back then, like whatever you were into, was fucking great. Like, I think we took. I feel like, I don't know if it's just because, you know, I'm older. I don't know about you lot, but I feel like music was more fun. You know, you had like pop punk bands going on, and, you know, like, as well as all that dancey trancy shit in the charts, you had like that, you know, everyone was into skateboarding and fucking Limp Bizkit and all that shit, and then, you know, rock music was really big, and still in the charts, you know, I don't know, Evanescence, you know, was at number 1, My Chemical Romance, and now it's just like, Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift, I don't know. You are currently listening, first Phil, to Stream Beats by Harris Heller, who is like a streamer guru kind of guy who does like free, copyright free music. Oh yeah, almost 100 likes. I don't have my bubble blow button, sorry. That's on the other thing, scene collection. Linkin Park, yeah. Took it all for granted, man. System of a Down, Sum 41. Yeah, I'm actually going to see Blink later on in the year, man, when they come over. Can't wait. More fun and not 100% reliant on Pro Tools. No, I mean, you know, it was a thing, but yeah, it was a bit more real, I guess. Big Depeche Mode fan. I like 2 songs by Depeche Mode. I really like is it Enjoy the Silence, and the other one, the big hit, Just Can't Get Enough. Is that them? Please be them. It's all right. Yeah, copyright free music doesn't exist. Should we talk about that? I mean, I talked about it on the podcast, but yeah, that is utter nonsense. It is true, Hunter DuPont, that Steve is a massive heavy metal fan. I don't even call it, if you call it heavy metal. I mean, he's into heavy metal. He's, you know, he likes his Iron Maiden and all that. But I feel like Steve, he's into like heavy shit, you know, like stuff I would never. I'd listen to it, but I don't know if I'd enjoy it that much. I don't know. Like proper metal, you know. You aren't out of touch, just old, well in your 30s. Yeah, 30. Let's call it 30s. 30s, yeah, 30s. 2K, would I do a cat reveal? I've had both of my cats on a couple of times, and I had my dog once. Personal Jesus, yeah. It's alright. Worked a gig last night and found out the Rolling Stones have been playing for 60 years. Yeah, that's right. I think that was like, the anniversary was like last year or something. Was it 62? It's crazy, man. Still going. Yeah, Stones fan as well. Take after my dad. Steve loves baby metal. Death metal, yeah. I've got nothing against it, you know, but it's just like I'm a bit more kind of like commercial leaning, I guess. I like a bit of like Metallica, you know, and then I like kind of the more emo stuff, you know, like I like the I'm sorry if this is like fucking blasphemy or whatever to you lot, but I like, you know, the kind of more screamy emo stuff and pop punk and all that stuff. So I like guitar music, but a bit more, you know. Ask Steve if he wants to go into the Fire in the Mountain Festival in Wyoming. He can decompress his back. He probably would, man. Decepticon Baby Metal is actually pretty good. What did I have for dinner? I had a pizza. I had like a quick not microwave, like oven pizza. Yeah, it was alright. Pepperoni. What about the Smiths? Funnily enough, because like when I used to DJ out, I'd do like a rock night, you know, like metal and alternative music on like a Thursday night, and then on a Friday we ran like an indie night. And I always kind of, it sounds stupid to say, but we never played any Smiths, and I always used to say I fucking hated the Smiths. And then I got into them, man. They're great. Screamo, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. You know. Went to see Steel Panther, who had Winger opening for them last Wednesday, and both bands. Yeah, that's another one. Like Steel Panther, I've not seen them, but I've seen The Darkness like 3 times. They were great. They were always good fun. Did Def Leppard playing? They did. What did they do? Like a Sugar Babes cover? Okay. Favorite film, Bob Starsky? Ooh, interesting. I always say, again, top of my head, I always say Alien. Probably. Yeah. I have like a weird thing with films where like I want to, like, I consider myself to appreciate them, you know, like on a consider myself to appreciate, I really like the ones I like, if that makes sense. So I'll watch, if I like it, I'll watch it to death and analyze it and watch all the fucking behind the scenes and all that, so I know everything there is to know about like all the Alien films and stuff like that, and you know, all kind of classic horror films. So I instead of watching new stuff and stuff I've not seen, I always recycle what I watch. So yeah. If that answers your question. Ghostbusters, of course, that's one I like. The Thing, yeah, love The Thing, that's great. Big Trouble in Little China. Do you know, I saw that when I was like a kid, and that's one I keep meaning to go back to, because those what's his name? The director, forgotten his name. There's some classics in there that are, you know, that I know that I would fucking love. Goodfellas, I watched that for the first time recently, loved it, really good. Any film hot takes? Not really. No, I don't. It's like I say, I've not seen enough films to have like a controversial opinion, I guess. I'm waiting for the Star Wars films to come out on like unaltered. John Carpenter, thank you. I'm one of them where I kind of disown Star Wars because we can't watch the original versions officially. But yeah. Did I hear that there's a finished Alien vs Predator anime series? No, I didn't know that. Wow, okay, crazy. Reservoir Dogs, yeah, I've been talking about Tarantino a lot recently at work, because one of my colleagues is a younger guy, and he up until recently he wouldn't watch films from before he was born, So we miss, you know, I don't know why he's an odd one, but so we've been getting him into stuff anyway, and he spins a wheel, and every time he watches a new film, and he has to watch our suggestions basically, and Tarantino's on that list, so he's working his way through. So I've been thinking about Tarantino a lot recently, and I'm waiting for him to get to Jackie Brown, because that's my favourite Tarantino film so far, because I haven't got through them all. I'm up to Django. I need to watch Django next. Again, my wife and I, she won't watch like horror films or anything like that, so we always just end up watching the Marvel stuff, and I got hooked on it. But yeah, it's not great nowadays, is it? I got kind of swept up in the hype of Infinity War and Endgame and shit. It's great, man. But yeah, it's just been nothing but like disappointments for the last few releases, ain't it? Yeah, I know. I need to get to Django. I really fucking liked. I think I would say actually that what's it called? Inglourious Bastards was should we say my second favourite? But yeah, I feel like Jackie Brown is like peak for me. Like really, just chill, man. It's like like Tarantino says himself. It's like a hangout film, and I love talky films. I love listening to people talking to each other, and beautifully shot, you know. So Jackie Brown's right up my street. It's great. Guardians 3, I've still not seen it. I'm behind on them. I need to watch Black Panther and Ant-Man, and then Guardians. Which order did I watch? MCU, release or chronological? I watched it release. I wouldn't do it any other way, man. It's too much like messing around, because obviously things jump backwards and forwards in the post-credit scenes and stuff. So I just like to watch the story unfold as it happened, you know. MCU died with Iron Man. It looks like it. I was really happy, because obviously, I mean, Spider-Man Far From Home I didn't really like that much, and then I can't remember what came after. I can't remember if was it Black Widow came out next, and it was like, oh shit. But then WandaVision, and I really liked that. I really liked WandaVision. I was like, oh shit, the TV stuff, that's going to be great. This is where it's at. And then some of that's been shit as well. Since then, I guess it's all been pretty shite. The one good, well, Spider-Man, the last Spider-Man was good, and Shang-Chi, that was decent as well. Yeah, Blade Runner, great film. Here he is that being said, that podcast that you've all probably heard of. That old guy. Two Fat Ladies cooking show. Not really. I know who they are, but yeah, I'm not really a cooking show kind of guy. Loki was alright, yeah. Do I ever get bored of having to explain modern day stuff to old man ALT? I mean, it works both ways, doesn't it? He gets to tell me all about, you know, like the Civil War and things like that. So, you know, we learn from each other. Yeah, oversaturated. There's just too much going on. Too much work to be done, and too much probably studio interference and all the rest of it. So, you know, I think they've learnt from that. They're cutting back on the TV stuff, I think, which is a good thing. Moon Knight was good. Moon Knight was great, yeah. Yeah, that was good. I actually quite liked Miss Marvel as well. I thought, like, you know, I think it started well and maybe fell off a bit, but I quite liked how kind of colourful and fun it was. And just, you know, it was something new and interesting and different. But that, what do you call it? The Hulk one, the She-Hulk one. Ugh. There's Logan K. Sam Livestream. What is this? It's a Sam Livestream. I've just been talking for like an hour about nothing. I'm supposed to be watching DSP. I've got it ready. That's why I'm red. Because you can see it on the screen there. That stupid KFC thing. Dwight Race, hello. How's it going? Are you excited for Marvel to do some X-Men stuff? Yeah, again, you know, me and the guy at work I was just talking to you about, we're into the MCU stuff and talk about it a lot. And I think we both agree that we need that shot in the arm, that that Wolverine post-credit scene, or I mean, I was going to say all the Fantastic Four, but I can't imagine that being exciting. You know, maybe it could be, I don't know, but it needs something. It needs that charismatic anti-hero like Iron Man, that focal point that everyone fucking loves. But I can't imagine another actor that can do that. You know, like, who is it? Who is that actor? Tell me. I don't know. He's actually an extra C word today. Yeah, I've not heard much about him today, to be honest. I don't know if it was even worth watching his pre-stream. So we might just do this. Who knows? Too late for X-Men? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, they've really fucked up over the last couple of years. You know, there's been too much shit. They were nailed on. You know, there were films that were nailed on, like, yeah, this is the good one. This is going to be the good one now. And then it's like, oh, okay. Doctor Strange being one of them. Daredevil, the Daredevil thing, yeah, like, I never watched the original version, the original series of that, and also I feel like they've kind of soured his character with the She-Hulk stuff as well. So I honestly don't know. I don't know what they can do to fix it. Deadpool 3 might be that film, yeah, like I feel like having Hugh Jackman in that is a big win. That's exciting, admittedly, but again, watch it be a fucking disappointment. Never really watched Peep Show. No, I know I should. It's one of them that I should watch. But good villain as well. Kang is not it. See, that again, I thought Kang was going to be the thing after his appearance in Loki, where I was like, shit, this guy can act, man. And then it's like, yeah. To be fair, I've not seen Ant-Man, so I don't know, but I've not heard good things about it. Yeah, Chadwick dying hurt them a lot. That can't. I mean, that did not help. Mega toxic. Okay. Okay. Maybe we'll put it on like 2 times speed or something. All right, Weeb. I'm quietly optimistic for that Flash film. I'm not a DC guy. I really like I found the Zack Snyder Justice League film to be like one of the more fascinating things that's happened in recent times from a filmmaking perspective, where it's like you got to see one version of it and then you get to see the exact same film but from another director's point of view, and you got to analyze it, you got to see things side by side, you get to see how they edited differently, color graded, plot elements that were different. Like as a someone that's casually interested in that was fascinating. It was too long, admittedly, but it was great to see and pick apart. The Flash, though, it looks interesting. I like Michael Keaton, and I like his original Batman. Those first couple of Batman films are great. So yeah, I think that's going to be fun. And then to see, like, you know, Ben Affleck in it, and the guy that, you know, what's his name, the Zod's back in there as well. It's gonna be cool. But you know, watch it be another Doctor Strange, where it's like, you know, it looks like it's gonna be one thing, and then it's like, stop begging for tips. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'll try. I'll be better. I'll try. Kevin saying that they won't recast is what hurts. Black Panther. Yeah. Thank you for the subscription. Sorry, I didn't catch your name. Kofi Jack. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, there was a big debate, wasn't it, whether they should just recast and just kind of act like nothing happens. But I don't know. I need to watch that Black Panther film to really know. Not happy about Henry Cavill getting fucked out of the Superman role. I don't know what's going on there, man. That's something else that's kind of fascinating to see unfold, isn't it? The James Gunn stuff. See what happens. It could be, it could very well be that DC becomes the main thing for the next 10 years, and we're all watching Batman and Superman and then all the lesser stuff, the stuff no one's heard of that we suddenly all love, like I know no one's heard of this stuff. I'm just not a comic book guy, but like the Guardians of the Galaxy were, when that first came out. Now everyone knows who they are. Maybe we'll get that with DC for a bit, and then there'll be a crossover, and yeah. Yeah, they should. Bring Michael B. Jordan back. That was one direction they probably should have gone in. If they didn't, I don't know. I've not seen it, but yeah. I watched Doctor Who? I really liked Matt Smith's run, and I know a lot of people don't. Everyone likes David Tennant and stuff, but we got into that run. That few series, and just we were heavily into that, like watching them as they came out and being hyped for the next episode and really getting into it. And then as soon as I don't want to say Peter Capaldi, but when it became him, we just kind of lost interest. So yeah. Thank you very much, Lazy Merc. Shall I be Professor X? I probably could be, couldn't I? What number was it? Like 10? 11th? 12th? I don't fucking know. Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi were better Doctors than Tennant. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if that is a hot take, Like, from the small bits and pieces I've seen, like, it's just more up my alley. I don't want to get into it too much because there's some there's people that are like hardcore into Doctor Who, and everyone gets very opinionated about that sort of thing, and it's just a TV show, I know, but I'm not educated enough to really have an opinion. I just really liked the Matt Smith run. I really liked it when Amy Pond was pregnant, and there was that woman that with the eye patch kept appearing, and all that shit was going on, and it was fucking great, man. What if the missus made you stop watching superhero movies? Ah, man. I mean, I feel like that's a reference to something. Yeah, I'd be alright. I'd watch, objectively better films. I would watch real cinema, as what's his name would say. Doctor Who died with Capaldi, so I'm told. Yeah, probably. But yeah, like Tennant's the one, isn't he? Like, he's the one that they all seem to cling to. Like, he's the good one. Never bring up your favourite Doctor or football team. Wrexham, by the way, I'm a Wrexham fan. Die hard. It was great when we got that takeover from, what's his name, that film star. I don't know, man. I just focus on the football. Matt Smith was terrible in Terminator. Yeah, like, I don't know. Yeah, so I hear. Like, again, Terminator. I've seen like 1, 2, and 3, and I wish I hadn't seen 3. That's some of my favourites. Yeah, the Terminator films. They're great. Sam would start watching wrestling instead. Ugh, no. No, thanks. Plenty of great movies out there behind. Yeah, exactly. You know, like, I'd be fine. I would be absolutely fine. I'd be catching up on my Tarantino. I'd be rewatching them 7,000 times. Watching all the gangster movies that I've never seen. Never seen The Godfather. You know, all this stuff. I'd be fine. I'd probably work my way through all that lot. Finally. Oh, there's some drop frames or something going on there. Christopher Eccleston, yeah, that's one that I did like, just purely acting wise, and you know, he was really good. It was just like the production value was still kind of had that. It had like 1 foot still in the 80s a little bit. It was like they then got the budget quite. So you go back to it now and everything's a bit cheesy and a bit cheap, and yeah, but he's great. He's really good. You need to zoom the camera in and scream no when you see something in chat you disagree with. Ugh. Brad Burnian, thank you, man, for subscribing. Sorry if this sucks, Mario Faker. Thoughts on Spaceballs? I've seen that a couple of times. Funny. Really funny. That's like a DSP thing to say, isn't it? It was funny. It was a comedy film, so yeah. Gotta watch those frame drops. Yeah, man. Wrexham should be pretty famous considering Deadpool and Mac own them now. Yeah, man. Has everyone heard the... I don't know if anyone's watched the documentary and all that. It's good, you should. If you've got Disney Plus, go watch it. Thank you, Johnny Chase, for subscribing. But yeah, the song, the McElhenney song, is great. If you know what it, you know, the situation there and the fact that they do things on each other's birthdays, you know, to take the piss out of the other one, that was great. And we get a quick Brummy DSP impression. Oh man, what does he say? What's the thing that he says? I can't do like spontaneous DSP. Did I split the load yet? Huh? But yeah, if you, yeah, I would. That's something. Again, we've started watching that again. We're very set in our ways in this household. We started watching that Wrexham documentary again. Do a London film? Yes, Bob. Please do more. We'll settle back into like proper, you know, podcast on Sunday and the call-in show on a Wednesday. I'm not sure what we're doing tomorrow. Actually, I don't know if we're doing round 2 of the tournament or just like a normal call-in show. I'm not really sure. Call it the call-in show, just out of habit. It's the messaging it in. Once Upon a Time in America is another one that I need to watch. Yeah, all the gangster films, not really caught up on. I vote for you having one of the best DSP impersonation. Thank you very much. Yeah, that kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't realise I did a good DSP. Tell a story about the time you left your house. I can tell you one that happened to me quite recently, actually. I woke up a little bit later than usual today, as my family are away for a couple of days, so I did not have to drive my child to his place of... I didn't have to take him to nursery. So there you go, I left the house, that was it. And I drove home, and then I went out again to work, and I worked for 8 hours, and then I came back, and now I'm here. Sam, you don't understand, dude. He needs months of that level of support for a PC. Yeah, we kind of touched on that earlier. It's a damn shame, man. It's a damn shame. All I want to see is 4K, 60 frames fill. You know, those bubbles in 4K with a, you know, with his new PC. Whenever I hear Brummies, all I can hear is Nigel Mansell. Was it a Brummie? I thought he was from like Norfolk or something. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not actually a Brummie. I'm from the close. But yeah, I'm from the Black Country. I'm like I always say. I'm more like Noddy Holder than Ozzy Osbourne. Kid Flim's tournament submission. Yeah, something. Always good. Always good. Good value is Kid Flim. I went out and touched grass today. My pup ate some and had to get him to drop it. Ugh, yeah, we're like relatively new dog owners, and it's been kind of eye-opening. There you go, Bob. You've got a new friend. I don't know. Should we watch some of this pre-stream? I mean, I've got plenty of time. It's not. There's no divorce line tonight, so I can stay up as late as I want. What do you all think? Hope to see a return of Godfather type movies again. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm sure stuff like that gets made, and a lot of it, I guess, goes to TV nowadays. But yeah, it's just not a lot of I don't know. I don't feel like I'm qualified to talk about this thing, but it doesn't feel like classic films are coming out in the cinema anymore. But that's probably not true. Someone's going to say, yeah, but didn't you see that film that was really good? Anyway, yeah, let's watch some DSP, because I've rambled long enough. Thank you all for sticking around and listening to me. Right, here we go. This is great. This is a good start. You have to let me know how the levels are and stuff. Not seen any of those Furious films.
It's the end of my streaming week, and on today's show, we're going to be talking all about cool ideas for my next upcoming major stream event, as well as some cool gaming news and other things. See you in just a sec.
Are you kidding me? How long's he been doing that? Now let's turn this off. My Focusrite 2i2 sucks, does it? Am I clipping or something? This is shit, by the way.
All right, everyone. So, welcome. It is Tuesday, the 23rd of May, 2023. Welcome to
3 intros.
Pahdcast. I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to my final consecutive streaming day of the week. Indeed. Today is the end of my week. Tomorrow is my day off from streaming, which will be very, very, very much appreciated. Last week, my day off was incredibly hectic. I was running around, basically gathering resources for my big marathon that happened this last weekend, as well as doing other various shopping trips and getting caught up on errands. This week should be a much more laid-back week for me, where I get to relax with my family for about at least half the day, which would be nice. So
it does hurt to look
certainly
at.
I'm looking forward to that after the very hectic and busy streaming week that we just had.
Again, you could get something stock for no money, and it would be 10 times better than that thing.
I'll be discussing various different news stories that have come out. Few, not too many, but 3 or 4. And then on top of that, I have some ideas after having this awesome marathon.
Yes, old man. My allegiance is still with Team Health. I think.
On the Fight and Feast event that happened over the weekend. We talked yesterday about what should the next event be. And, I had some ideas over the course of yesterday. I actually spoke with my cat overnight. We
can't listen to him like this.
Some ideas. So, I'd like to discuss that with you guys on today's show, okay? Outside of that, we'll be jumping back into Zelda today, which I'm very excited for. And the good news here is we are also at the very, very end of Oblivion. One more stream and Oblivion will be concluded, which means we'll then have a little bit of extra time in the schedule for at least 1 week to do something else. And whether that means the return of Elden Ring or that means putting more time into the games that I'm playing, such as, you know, Zelda and Star Wars, that's going to be good as well. So a lot to talk about on today's show. But first of all, thank you all for an amazing and great streaming week. It really was a good one, the good variety of stuff, you know, making good progress both in Star Wars and now we're going to play Zelda again. Good progress in Oblivion to the point we're at the end of the game now, Final Fantasy V, and of course, the very special event that happened on Sunday, the Fight and Feast. If you didn't have a chance to watch any of that content yet, I strongly recommend you give it a look because it was strong, man. It was one of my better marathons and people had a great time.
It was one of his better marathons. I can't imagine why. Put him on 2 times. Yeah, 2 times. I find this is like this week's, but I think 1.5 is slightly too quick. The ring light cancels out the LEDs thrown on the floor. Yeah, the lighting setup sucks, man. He's got the tools there now to make it look like half decent, but he can't be asked to sort it out.
It was all good, right? All good. What we should do today is kind of reassess where we are with
Same webcam, by the way, I think.
Everything. So that everyone kind of has a perspective on, all right, what's coming up in the next week because, you know, maybe I've gotten to the end of certain projects and games, and what will we be doing soon because new stuff is right around the corner, and obviously we want to be ready for it, right? So first of all, you may have noticed some new artwork everywhere. As a result of me doing the Fight and Feast event over the weekend, I now have me dressed as Ryu, and I made that my avatar on Twitter. I actually started, I have various different pieces of artwork that have been created, and one of them is like Ryu versus Ken, but it's me and my 2 Ryu and Ken outfits. Which is kind of nice, and so I put that up as my Twitter banner, and I also started using that on my daily schedule, and I'm going to have that integrated into other things as well, alright? So, I'm basically going to fighting game mode at this point. You know, Street Fighter 6 is right around the corner, just a little over a week later, or a week from now, I should say, and so I'm getting hyped. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm starting to get really hyped, because the thing is, even though I know, you know, I'm being transparent as I could possibly be with my audience here.
That was something that kind of annoyed me about his Street Fighter 6... all this Street Fighter 6 business was the fact that, like, look at that for a pause. I know that the open beta is not open for that. The open beta is not open. It's not a thing yet. It starts in like early June, doesn't it? But there's ways of playing Street Fighter 6, and or I guess a better way to say it would be like, if you really like that hyped for Street Fighter 6 and want to make an event around Street Fighter 6, then why do it now? Why do the event now? Like, thank you, Be Awesome One. Thank you very much for being a member. Like, it was just weird that he was doing a Street Fighter 6 like hype marathon, but not playing Street Fighter 6 is kind of the short way of saying it. What was it? I made a note somewhere. I can't remember what it was. About his daily rap the other day. It was funny. But anyway, carry on. Go on, Phil. Carry on.
I have no intentions of being competitively great at Street Fighter 6. I have no aspirations to be a tournament level player or someone who every time I go online I'm going to be absolutely dominating people. But the game has a wide variety of characters and play styles.
Sorry, if anyone's like actually interested in this, that was a good question. If you gave me full control of his setup, how much money would you need to make him look professional? Like, it would take no money whatsoever to make him look. I mean, it depends, because I don't want to say that I'm like, you know, this could look loads better. This is like, I've quickly thrown this together and put very little time into it. But, you know, if you think what we do on like That Being Said looks decent, then nothing. Like, it would take no money. I could make his webcam look a lot better, for sure. And again, it's just changing a few settings. Oh, okay. So the open beta is going. Well then, fucking yeah. Well, there you go. Then why is he not playing? Oh, I don't know.
The game has what appears to be.
There you go. Yeah, profit. He has nothing. Sorry, he has everything available.
Online modes that could be really well executed. Even if I'm not a tournament level player, I feel like I would be able to put out good, entertaining content for my audience. All right, and I know that I have an audience of people who like to see mainstream video games, but also people that like fighting games, and some people who like both. There's a crossover there. So being that, unlike all the Street Fighter content that I've put out over the last many years, that was all retro Street Fighter. This is modern Street Fighter. This might actually interest more people because it is the newest game. You see. So I'm getting like really pumped and excited for the launch of Street Fighter 6 and all the content I'll be putting out for that game. And so that's why you're seeing, you know, avatars are changing and everything is going on. It's pretty fun. So yeah, that's great. You know, it's coming up, and you know, I just want to say also thank you so much for basically a drama-free week. As we head into a new week, it's been nice that this week was a very calm one, even though people, again, they try to come in, they try to cause problems, didn't work. Great, drama-free, no nonsense. Let's relax. Let's have games. Let's have a good interactive time style vibes here.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of Febreze necessary. I get
those
that.
who are supporting that. Of course, every day you get people coming in who are stupid idiots and they try to derail everything, whatever. And I just do my best to try to ignore that nonsense. You know, and that's what we do. That's what we do here on the channel. It's not about everyone from the outside trying to derail with a bunch of their kiddie bullshit. It's about us having good times with games and chill vibes and great interaction and good social discussion and me petting Jasper Kitty, who has shown up.
Yeah.
So yesterday,
it's all about you burying your head in the sand, isn't it, Phil?
Well, my wife is at work during the daytime.
About.
Jasper Kitty is able to join us here on the streams. So he was here for the podcast, which was nice. And then I started playing Star Wars, but within like an hour
and he's grooved back.
My wife
Indeed.
returned home, and I was like, what the? Like, she wasn't supposed to be home for many hours later. And come to find out, she was really not feeling good. Her allergies have kicked into high gear. This last week, we had unprecedented record high heat here in Washington, and it made everything bloom. So when everything bloomed, it basically hit her real hard, and she's been dealing with these allergies all week. So basically, the night before, she got almost no sleep, which I didn't know. I was asleep, and she got almost no sleep. Had to go to work, went to work, and basically felt terrible. And her boss told her to actually just go home and take some sick time because she didn't look good. So she ended up coming home early, relaxing all day yesterday, trying to feel better. Good news
exactly,
is,
Dwight Race. Why is he talking about this? Why does this matter?
I think she got a good night's rest. She's at work today. So now Jasper Kitty should be able to be here for the whole stream today. If things change, I'll let you know. You know, typically he's here a couple days a week to join us.
Hopefully, like when I talk, like his volume should be dipping. Let me know if it doesn't. Like,
Jasper Kitty.
I can change it.
He doesn't want to be held. Look at that. I got you. What are you doing? What are you kicking for?
Dead School. That's a really good point, and that's something I've had in my head for the longest time. I've mentioned a few times that his streams are about his streams a lot of the time, and I don't know what to do with that information. But it feels like a subject that would be good for a video, but I don't know how to expand on that. It seems like all of his content is about itself, which is weird.
He doesn't like being held like that. Let's put him down. He's like, how dare you? He likes being, the traditional way to hold a cat is you put your one arm under their front legs, or their front, arms, and another arm under their butt.
Yeah, could she not find Benadryl?
Them in your arms. That's the proper way to hold a cat, and he loves that, right, Jasper? And he also loves when Cat picks him up, and she'll put him over her shoulder like this, and like pet him like this. He loves that. But if you try to pick him up to show him off, he hates that. There's no Lion King presentation to the people down underneath the cliff. You can't do that with Jasper. He'll get very upset with you. Like, how dare you do that to me? So anyway, Jasper, will you be in here the whole day, or are you going to be in and out? What do you think?
Like this being like a big part of his podcast is weird as well.
I mean, he does talk to me, but he meows. He doesn't say, "Oh, he's going to start chewing wires already." No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not going to start chewing wires already. You're going to get me upset.
Again, like anyone with a cat, like the cat's just in and out. It's there or it's not there, and that's the end of that.
Be in and out here. Cool. Now, let's talk. First of all, it is official. The support streak of 20 straight streams ended last night. I'm not surprised with the insane amount of support that came out during the Fight and Feast marathon on Sunday. It was definitely going to be ending at some point soon. And what's funny about that is, yesterday on the main gameplay stream, which was Star Wars, continued, and it had nothing to do with Jinx. Jinx was the person who had started this streak, was coming in with giant tips almost every stream. And I would say maybe out of the 20 straight streams we did, probably about 17 of those streams were championed by him, while there was probably 3 or 4 streams that were everyone else, and he wasn't really involved. But definitely during the Fight and Feast, oh my freaking god. He
again, streaming about his streams,
memberships. He was doing
investors meeting, etc., etc.
And everything. And of course, that was kind of like the Hail Mary. And he got tapped out, and he even said yesterday, "Yeah, I'm not going to be contributing anymore at this point. I'm tapped out." And we still hit the goal on the first stream, which was absolutely amazing. All right, but then finally last night, as we were playing Oblivion, it finally cooled down. Still had a great stream. We still had good attendance, good engagement. Decent support. We had good super chats and memberships.
I mean, that is true, Dreaded End. Yeah, the streams are about the streams because that's literally his life. Like, there is nothing else. He has a wife, but that...
Here's the thing.
There's nothing to say.
Be up in my personal business. And immediately when the streak started, oh my god, where's all that money going and what's this going? First of all, it's no one's business. Absolutely no one's business whatsoever where any money goes that I make on this stream. All right? I could be spending it for great things. I could be spending it for frivolous things. I could be donating it to charity, or I could be fronting it to a drug ring out in Brazil. It's none of anyone's business. It doesn't matter. And you have no right to ask what anyone does with any money that they make on a stream. It's none of your fucking business. So even by asking that, you're breaking the rules of the stream. And if I see people talking about that kind of crap in my chat, you will receive a permanent ban. Just so you know. It's none of your business whatsoever. Now, some people have already started to say things like, well, Phil buy a new PC and we'll Phil do this and we'll Phil do that. All right. I'll give you a little bit of transparency as much as I can without essentially...
Here we go.
All right. The good news is I now have a little bit of a surplus because this has been, you know, a week and a half essentially of over-the-top support. By the way, on my normal streams, I would still get good support, but this is just above and beyond that, okay? So I have a little bit of a surplus. Already, I can tell you I put some of that towards monthly bills where I paid forward a little bit more on some bills.
Sure you did, Phil.
To kind of
sure
clear
you
me and
did.
get me a little bit in a better position. All right? So that's number one. That already some of it's gone to very important things. I do have a little bit of a surplus that I'm purposefully saving. That way, if something happens, let's say, for example, oh my God, there's my car breaks down, or a piece of equipment breaks, or something goes wrong, and I need some money to do something, I have it. That is the pitfall of having basically little to no credit, is, you know, having a bankruptcy many years ago, that, you know, I don't have the same abilities as everybody else. You know, I don't have just money to charge or spend on a whim, but now I'll have a little bit of extra, which is nice. It's nice to have that flexibility. This will also take a little bit of pressure off of the next several months when I'm going to start buying lots of new games and everything. It won't be really a concern that I have to invest that money back into the business because I have that flexibility. But the truth is, I don't need to be telling you this. I really don't. It's again.
But you did, like, that's the thing. Like, you just did.
Money that they've raised. It's just that people on the internet are scumbags to me. They've made so many things up about me and said so many nonsensical things about me that are complete bullshit or based, again, on a nugget of truth that they turn into an insane conspiracy with no factual substantiation, that people will literally question every little thing I do.
It's a big fucking nugget.
Like, for example, if today I was going to play Zelda and I picked up my controller and you noticed it's a white controller, people will be like, wait a minute, what's that? He didn't have that controller before. He had a black Pro controller. Why is he playing with a white controller? Where did he get it from? How much was it? Where was the money spent? You see what I mean? It's insane. These people are fucking nuts. That's not normal behavior. That's obsessive behavior in a very toxic way. And this is what I deal with every day of my life. So please understand, that's why I don't reveal more about my personal life. That's why I don't do house tours. That's why I don't do all this shit. These people are actually crazy and have lashed themselves onto me in a very negative way in order to propagate.
So far, just to recap,
toxicity. Okay?
He's talked about his stream and how good his stream was.
Anything that I raised there and
and then his stream again.
Support. But,
and then
you know,
his
was it
detractors,
enough to
basically.
change my life? No. This is a week and a half of a little bit of extra support every day, essentially, which is nice and will help in the long term, but it's certainly not...
If you're begging for money from the dents, they have a right to know where that money is going.
You know, just like anything, I'm going to stream every day,
Yeah.
and I'm going to have goals, and I'm going to hope to hit those goals, and if I don't hit them, yeah, if I don't hit them several days in a row, it hurts. It hurts to not be raising the goals that you've set for your business, you know? There's an established amount that I look to make every day or two, because that's essentially what I need to do things like do the necessities, pay the bills and everything.
Thank you very much,
so,
Hughes.
Yeah, and it's funny because then people are like, oh, you see, so he's been so good...
Need Ryan to fund that PC.
Forever. Like, you're an asshole. Like, how do you not understand how life works, right? That's like saying you were walking down the street, you found a $100 bill, so now you don't need to get paid for the next 2 weeks of work when you go to work. Like, what?
I'm lost already. I don't know about you guys.
It's just stupid talk. Anyway,
oh, shit,
so the streak is done for now. Will we ever have another streak? Perhaps. These things come and go. I'm incredibly grateful to Jinx for getting it started, to everyone else who contributed in any way during this streak. Thank you so very much. I hope those of you, because a ton of gifted memberships came out of this. We started in the low 500s of memberships a week and a half ago, and now we're up to 780. I mean, we were over 800, and then about 25, 30 expired overnight.
If he didn't refer to it as, like, if he never said supporting the stream, like, I'd have slightly less of an issue. I'd still have an issue, but, like, that's how he phrases it occasionally. He'll say, you know, if you want to support the stream, then you go, tip me. Drop me a few quid. Where's it going?
So that's what I mean. Like, a lot of people have benefited from this, and that's a great thing. I hope you all enjoy your gifted memberships. In particular, when Street Fighter 6 comes out, it's going to be pretty hyped to have the membership enabled here. You know what I mean? So, thank you so much for that. And now let's move forward positively. And, thank you, Jinx, and everyone else, but thank you particularly, Jinx, who got that started and continued that for quite some time. Okay, now we move on. Let's talk about the schedule, shall we? So today,
yay!
It is time for more Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Last time around, as we were exploring the map, we did the entire Wind Dungeon, right? The first major dungeon of the game. And then we head back to the depths. And down in the depths, we did a boss fight and unlocked the ability to do quick building. And what that means...
Oh, man. I watched... oh, here he is.
Built something in the game. You can now use this schematic blueprint book.
Oh, I haven't got it set up.
Instantly, without even needing the components. I guess you got to use some like building materials. I think it's actually the charge crystals that we've been gathering the whole game. Jasper, What you doing on my lap? Jasper Kitty.
So weird.
Jasper Kitty. He won't talk. I'm trying to get him to talk. He won't talk. Why do you always clam up?
Because you're a cunt.
He never did. He only talked once ever on stream. He will never talk on this stream for some weird reason. Anyway, so we're still in the depths. We're still underground. Now, I don't know if you guys want me to continue on. I've heard that the underground dungeon can take about an hour. Basically, it's exploring the depths and solving kind of these like puzzles and following directions.
Yeah, you only support his stream when you directly donate improvements for the stream. Yeah, and even then, you're not guaranteed to get them on the stream, like the stream deck, for instance.
Give me some ideas.
The thing that allows me to do things like that.
And you guys pick a direction for me to go, because there's 3 more: northeast, southeast, or southwest. Okay, you know, let me know what you want to do. I'm up to you. I'm open. This game is an open game, so you can kind of do whatever you want in any order.
Yeah, him calling it Jasper Kitty just is like, it's an extra layer of.
Cool. So that's today's main stream of Zelda. As you know, Zelda, it has chill vibes, interaction. It's an open world game with exploration, so it's fun in that regard. I think it's going to be a more laid back, fun stream for everybody. Okay. Now on the late stream tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it'll be time for Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster. We are now in the final third of the game. And we already did the first very challenging dungeon. It was tough because you only had 3 party members. And we got it done. And now we're going to head further into the game. And I don't remember the order of things going on. I just know that this final part of the game is very challenging, but it's fun because you start unlocking a lot of job abilities and everything as well.
Everybody all right?
It's going to be a great stream, especially if you like the old school stuff.
We can do this.
On the late stream, okay? Tomorrow I am off from streaming, all right? And I hope you'll have a safe and fun day. You'll have ample opportunity now to get caught up on all the different stuff. For example, all the playthroughs I've been doing. The Fight and Feast marathon event that happened over the weekend. There's content here on the channel.
Prophet, even if it didn't support Windows 8.1, I'm sure you could get it to work.
Every single day there's content over there.
Why has he got Windows 8.1?
Curry fish balls recipes.
Didn't he update it finally, though, recently?
Tier maker ranking of all the different fighting games ranked against each other. I think this morning is actually Yoon's chicken bao.
Thanks, James Crockett.
Taste test. I think that's what went live this morning. And then I think tomorrow would be when I ate the Jersey Mike sub. And then I think after that, there's another vlog, too. So there's a lot of videos coming out over on DSP Reacts over the week for you to check out. All right?
He's talking about his
or anything
stuff.
else, you know, just get caught up. I hope you have a good, safe day. Remember, if you watch the content and you enjoy it, please give it a like. Please leave some comments. That engagement really helps the channel. Understand that all the comments...
I stream things. I stream. I stream and I stream and then I put it out and you can watch it and you can throw me money. And then I stream and I play games and I talk about my streams. And
Jedi Survivor on the first stream. When we finished yesterday, it said we're 49% through the game. However, I think that's factoring in all of the
rinse and repeat.
Okay, so if we're in story-wise, I actually think we're more than halfway through the story. I think someone said that yesterday. They said, yeah, you're more than halfway through the story, and if you just focus on the story, you don't really explore, you'll probably beat it in a few more streams. So that's a good thing. Tomorrow night, or excuse me, Thursday night on the late stream, we are finishing Oblivion. It is absolutely official. The Oblivion playthrough will conclude on Thursday night. All we have left to do
Spitfire.
is the ginormous
yes,
Oblivion Gate fight.
Exactly.
And then after that, it's the finale. So that might not even take 2 hours, and we get to wrap up that.
Exactly, yes. He just recaps and tells people where they can watch the thing they already watched.
Finally wrap that up, okay? Friday, more Zelda, and on Friday night, more Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster. Saturday,
he did install Windows 10, couldn't figure out how to make landscape mode work. He reverted. Okay, I didn't know that. Thank you very much. I did wonder what happened there. Right, perfect.
Whatever you want. And here's what I mean by
Great.
that. Once we wrap up Oblivion, I'm going to set up a poll on the channel. Would you prefer if I take these extra night streams to A, bring back Elden Ring, B, play more Star Wars Jedi Survivor?
Exactly. I mean, that's the point I always make on TBS. And you know, like
so
Meerkat always says, he puts it best when he says he puts so much prestige on everything. You know,
Friday in the
everything has to be a huge ordeal. You know, the fact that he's playing Elden Ring and Skyrim and
it might even make more sense to hold off
Oblivion, Endgame. It's
rather than me bringing it back, only doing a stream or two, and then having it on hiatus.
Anyone else? I'm just playing a game.
Let's see what you guys.
I'm just going to be playing a game. You could show up if you want.
That'll be Saturday night, and then basically Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, major progress. Now Sunday night, trying to think. No, we're not into June yet. Okay, Sunday night we're not into June yet. Okay, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday will all be double stream days.
Thanks, dreaded end.
Game on the main stream, and the night stream something retro, whether it's Final Fantasy V or maybe it'll be Elden Ring, unless you want more of those other games. So we'll see. But it's going to be a big major push this week.
Yeah, I mean, being kind, this should be slimmed down to like 10 minutes.
We can finish Jedi Survivor, or maybe we can finish Final Fantasy V. I don't know, but it depends on what.
Because it is the same thing. You're right, Joe Blow Slaboni. It's quite literally the same thing, and then he'll whip his phone out and say, gaming news, and recite something he's seen on Twitter.
It makes no sense to do that right now. We need to make as much push as we can in these games before all the new games hit in June. So that's why we're not doing that. Number 2, I'm not playing the Lord of the Rings.
But I do, you know, like I wish I could talk this much bollocks about nothing.
When I've got so much on the horizon that we're trying to get to and finish stuff before. So no.
I'd never be scared of a job interview ever again if I could do this.
At least at this point. If it ends up being a good game and people are interested in seeing it in the future, I wouldn't be against it. But for now, the answer is no. Okay.
FF7 stuff last year was the last straw. Yeah, I couldn't.
And that is
I couldn't
the
do it.
success of the Fight and Feast event. You guys loved it. You guys gave me so much positive feedback telling me we loved the Fight and Feast. We liked that it was a variety of stuff. You know, you were dressed up. You were acting, you know, silly and fun, having a good time with us. Lots of interaction. There was gameplay, and the gameplay was appreciated, but the fact that it wasn't all...
Hey, well done, Puddy. Blocked by DSP on Twitter, or...
It was perfect. Everyone liked the balance. It kept it fresh the whole stream, and no one was ever feeling kind of bored. And, you know, that's why people came and enjoyed and supported in the way that they did. And let's be honest...
Sent 2 tips back in Arden. Must not have got him. Must not have got him. Thank you, Real Highlander. Thank you, everyone subscribing.
Okay?
Crazy, man.
Following up on that momentum. I asked you guys
just be a politician. I'd be shit at that.
React event, or would you prefer a themed gaming style event, okay, for the next one? And after we talked a little bit, it seems like you guys wanted another themed event. It seems like these events are fun. You wanted to see another.
I joined that club myself recently.
And I'm like,
somehow.
Well, is there anything coming up topical that I could do? Any particular games? We just did Street Fighter. Or is there anything like time-wise, holiday-wise? And then it hit me. I was like, so what's the next major holiday here in the United States?
Well,
it's going to be the 4th of July, which is our National Independence Day. It's a huge, huge event here in the United States. And traditionally, here's how people celebrate. They meet with friends and family. They drink beer and or liquor all day. They cook out and have big family get-togethers with a lot of food and fun. And usually they have like fireworks and all kinds of stuff like that. Okay? So.
Go on. Have a good wipe. There we go.
That's the case.
Nice.
Okay? Get rid of a troll. Since that's the case.
That's one thing I need is,
like, well, let me look
chat
First of all,
on the screen.
What if I wanted to do an actual 4th of July event? And I looked into it, and there's 2 things
Aren't I
that
sleepy?
came up in my mind. First of all, the 4th of July is a Tuesday.
No, not really. Been at work, but...
Doing a marathon on a Tuesday, you're probably not going to get as many people, right? Simply because it's not a weekend. You probably want to do a marathon on a weekend when more people can show up. And in addition, the 4th of July is a national holiday, and I know if I actually do a marathon event on the actual date of the holiday, less people will show up. Because a lot of people will want to be celebrating that holiday with their family and friends on that day, okay? So like, if I have a 4th of July marathon on the 4th of July, probably we'll have less attendance, and people will be like, why are you doing it on that day when we're going to be busy doing our real-life celebrations, okay? In addition, if you guys remember, during the Fight and Feast event, one of the major positive components that we had is that my wife, Kat, cooked. She cooked 3 different recipes for the show that were all from the Street Fighter cookbook, and each one was a little different and unique, and they were actually very fun to make, and for me to try on stream, they added good variety of content, and you guys are going to see one of them is live on DSP Reacts, and the other 2 are going live over this week. You guys are going to see it's pretty cool stuff, all right?
So this is where it's at with his content, though, man. This is the good stuff.
So I said to her, what do you think about an event based around Independence Day? And she was like, that would be neat. She's like, because what I could do is I could look up all these recipes online of American food. Maybe I can make you some specialty slider burgers. Maybe I can make like a big side, like a macaroni salad with a bunch of extra ingredients and things to kick it up. Maybe I could do a big dessert at the end. Maybe I could like bake something or whatever as a big American dessert or whatever, right? And I was like, yeah, that would be great. Can you imagine that? Me trying
excited. Like, she really wants to be a part of all this stuff now, doesn't she?
Right? And you know, all this stuff. I mean, that would be great. I'm not saying that's exactly what we're doing, but these are just some ideas. Maybe she could do some slow cooker food, some barbecue chicken or pork, or
it's all just so exciting, Phil.
That I tried during the course of the day, just like we did in the Fight and Feast, right? That could be pretty neat, right? So she's all for it, and then that kind of
still
because typically, not every week, but typically Kat works every Monday, Tuesday.
I'm still blown away that works. Thank you, Free Ice Cream, for being part of the meaningful masses.
And they're offering her
enjoy your emotes and other.
She's absolutely going to want to work it because it's a holiday and she'll get paid extra. So it's like, yeah, she's
of which there are many.
So once again,
and thank you, Dewey. Dewey? Dewey.
So with all these factors considered, okay, it seems to me like it makes sense that our next major event should be an Independence Day themed event. It'll be a marathon, all right, and it'll be probably that weekend before, so that would be either July 1st or 2nd, but I'm going to aim towards the 2nd. It seems like Sunday was a really good day to do this. Oh, excuse me. So, yeah.
Falling asleep. Tizzle, thank you for subscribing.
Let's tentatively.
Tentatively, I saw that. That was the one thing I saw from this.
Okay.
That was a good
How does that sound? Sunday, July
sound
2nd,
bite.
DSP's Independence Day Bash.
Oh,
Something
fuck
like that,
off.
you know, let's think about it. And here's the thing. Let's think about what we would want to do during that time. All right. What do you want to see me do during the Independence Day event? Obviously, there's got to be.
Let's brainstorm what he's going to do on his Independence Day event. He's going to play a game. He's going to eat something. And people are going to give him money.
Gameplay elements involved, correct? What kind of gameplay? Would
And he's going to do this for an hour and a half.
you like to see me do sessions of the main games I'm playing at that time and make progress? Would you like me to see... At that point, Street Fighter 6 will be out. Would you like to see me do some themed Street Fighter 6 sets? Maybe I could play with American characters that day, like Guile or Ken. I'm trying to think who's American.
It's all just so exciting.
Cast right now, right? So maybe specifically pick the characters that are from the USA and try to go on streaks with them, right? Or you know, let's think, because I'm just throwing ideas out there. What other things do you think of as like American or something that we could do for the Independence Day event, right? Now the other thing is I want to do variety just like we did.
Go outside.
Feast. So probably there'll be some gameplay element. There'll probably be some kind of tier maker element. What would it be? I don't know. What do you think we should do? Maybe rank American food.
Oh, fuck.
American food.
That's the big idea.
We can rank barbecue burgers versus chicken versus mashed potatoes versus mac and cheese versus macaroni salad versus, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm on board. Give the people what they want, man.
You know, I would say you could also do
burgers.
other thing. You know, we have to think.
Other things?
What would be things? Because someone was like, "Oh, why don't you set off some freaking fireworks?"
Do it.
And I'm like, I'm not setting off fireworks in my office. That's a bad idea. Just so you know, it's a really, really bad idea. So we're definitely not doing that. Okay, but yeah, we could think. Let's brainstorm. Now that we kind of have this idea. And by the way, Eternal Napalm says DSP's Freedom Fest. Yeah, maybe we do.
Yeah, call it that, man.
Freedom Fest Bash or something like that, right? Let's think. Let's start brainstorming names. Let's start brainstorming ideas.
Yeah.
We now have a month. This is excellent. We have lots of time to talk about this and plan it out.
Tell me exactly what to do.
I'm happy that we kind of got this idea early because it'll give us some ample time to plan it out over the course of June because it'll be that first weekend of July. Okay, so there you go. I think this is a great event. And I think let's start now. But I guess the question is, I think the tier makers are going to be easier to figure out. So
yeah.
you know, my wife will look up stuff over the course of June and try to find
sort that tier maker out like 10 minutes before you start.
Element, right? I definitely think Street Fighter could be a shoe-in, but outside of that, I'm not sure what else we would want to do. So let's think about it. Okay?
Just
sound good? Burger War. You gotta love idiots like this troll right here who says, oh yeah, Phil's fans plan all his events, he's got it easy. Yes, because taking feedback from your audience so that you're doing things your audience wants is obviously a horrible idea, right? No one's ever heard of market research. No one's ever heard of constructive criticism or constructive input. That doesn't exist, right? Like, what a jacket.
Market research.
So let's brainstorm. Give me your ideas. What do you think we could think of, you know, Independence Day, Freedom Fest, / whatever it is. What theme stuff could we maybe do for that day? Or it doesn't have to be. And here's the other thing I want to say.
Oh, that's great.
Be themed towards that. If you guys literally just want to see me do some gameplay of something, we could do that too. Maybe you could pick a challenging game for me to play for like an hour that I've never played before, and it kicks my ass for an hour, and we all laugh at how bad I am at it, right? Or I could actually do something that we're already playing, and we do like a session, a mini session, a 90-minute session of that game, and make some progress in that game. All these are completely valid ideas. Okay, all of them. So,
but it's not going to be anything new, though, is it? That's the point.
From there. If you guys have other ideas of what you want to see, great, let me know. But I think this is the best one only because it's themed towards something that's about to happen here. It's something that is easily... I have already... Half the ideas are kind of planning themselves, coming together. So there you go. All right. So that's it. DSP's July 4th. It's not really, though, because I don't want to call it July 4th because it's not going to be on July 4th. So I can say, like, Independence Day or Freedom Fest, Freedom Fight. The Freedom Fight? If there's going to be Street Fighter, we should call it the Freedom Fight.
I'm going to get angry and do something drastic. It would take a lot.
Freedom Food and Fight. Oh, no, we can't do that.
Oh, just piss off, man. Just be a normal person.
We have time to think about this, okay? We have time to think about this. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's right, Spitfire. There's an event every 5 minutes.
Just so you guys know, I'm not abandoning DSP React, all right? I'm not. Because some people might be like, now, wait a minute. So you're not doing a long-form React event.
Fightcade.
You're not really doing movie or show reviews anymore.
That's the real answer.
What are you doing on that channel? Well, I am going to
so I hear.
Tier makers. And what I'm thinking is probably in 2 weeks or so, we'll take a night stream away to actually do a tier maker. I think I know what it'll be. It'll probably be ranking Street Fighter characters. But because around early to mid-June, I'll have been playing Street Fighter 6 for a week or two. and I'll know what those new Street Fighter 6 characters are like, so it'll be much easier to rank those characters along with all the other characters. So we'll probably do that kind of a tier maker then. But admittedly, if you haven't noticed, there's way less content on that channel because people weren't really watching the content I was putting out. If I'm putting out a movie review and it gets 400 views and stays at 400 views, it means no one's really interested in it. You understand? So, you know.
Because you put no effort into it, though, man.
But I need to know what content it is. I don't want to do tier makers every week. That's too often.
And you suck.
So if that's the case, what else do you want to see, right? What else would you like to see over there? Are there any movies or shows coming out in the next few weeks that you'd like to see? If there are, let me know. I'll try to get those on
David! What's up, Loco Slam?
But
just do DSP versus the internet. That's the real gold.
Channel's good with the weekly show, right? But what else?
Give the people what they want.
Feedback on what else you would like over there, okay? Because it's funny, some people are like, well, what's Phil doing? I've actually been watching recently the DC animated movies from the 2010s. Someone had told me a couple weeks ago. They said, did you know there was actually a second DC animated universe where they tried to have all these movies tie together for like a 7-year span? And I was like, no, I didn't even know that. And what it is there's like about a dozen movies that were made that are in the new 52 DC timeline, which I never read or experienced. So I didn't know about these rebooted characters.
But like, cool. Okay. Great. I don't know anything about that. The right person could make me interested in that. If you're personable enough and you edit well, I would watch a video on something I'm completely uninterested in. DSP will sit there for, I don't know, how long are his reviews? Like 20 minutes, let's say, and just do that. It will look the same as this. There will be nothing different. It will just be him talking nonsense about something in the same way, with the same shot, the same looking backdrop. Everything's the same, no editing. And yeah, it'll get 400 views because it's a thing that no one, there's a select audience for it. It's a thing that's like 10 years old. Like, you got to make your shit interesting or this is the outcome, man. You won't get the views you're looking for, Anyway.
So I've been watching some of these movies. I saw, what was it? Justice League Flashpoint, Justice League. There's I forget what it is, like Apocalypse, Invasion of Apocalypse. And then there was a couple Batman movies I saw. Like there was like a Son of Batman and Batman Bad Blood.
I'm sure it's all great. I'm watching
some of these and they're pretty good. They are pretty good. Not all of them.
Pretty good.
But most of them are pretty good. So I'm enjoying those. But again, it's like, if I reviewed those, who would care? I just reviewed the newest one. There was one, League of Superheroes, that just came out like a week ago. I reviewed it the day after it came out. No one cared about the review. So,
because you're not putting any effort into it.
No one really cares about them. You understand? So let me know. I need your feedback. What do you want? Would you like me to see me review a particular movie? Does something appeal to you right now? Give me that feedback. I'd be more than happy. What I'm thinking is other movies are going to come out. For example, isn't the sequel to Dune coming out at some point? So I'll watch the first Dune movie and review it around the time the sequel comes out.
Need to watch the first one.
That makes sense, correct?
Thank you.
But I need those kind of ideas from you guys. Because I want to do more content for the React channel, but I can't really do that much with that going on. But there is some good news. In June, there will be an absolute ton of stuff to react to. Because actually one of the news stories I'm going to talk about here, Summer Game Fest, June 8th. June 11th, I believe, is Sony's big event. Not Sony, Microsoft's big event. Where they're is it June 11th or is it... I forgot the date. I gotta write it down. Is it June 5th?
Oh my god.
I have it here.
Even if people don't care, if you like watching the movies and talking about it, just do it and people will find you. Exactly, yeah.
June 11th. So, June 8th is Summer Game Fest. June 11th is the giant Xbox event.
Well, yeah, if you're passionate about talking about it, then just fucking do it. But if you're not going to put any effort into it, then you're not going to see any growth, or a new audience isn't going to suddenly present itself because you talked about something for 20 minutes. You need to go above and beyond with this stuff.
Itchy.
Because guaranteed, there's someone's probably got a really good video on the same subject.
Xbox event and Starfield event. Those events, if people want, I will live react to those. I'll do a live rebroadcast / live react to them, and those could be easily good content for DSP React. This is the time of year when there's going to be ample opportunity for a lot of React style content, okay? So I'm not too worried about React content in June. I think I'm going to be reacting to a lot of online gameplay digital style things that'll give extra content for that channel, okay? But I still want your impact, your feedback, your input and feedback on what
All
exactly
about
would
that
like me to see
feedback.
do on that channel. Because again, it doesn't look like there'll be a long form react this month since we're going to be planning this Independence Day event. So what do you want to see on that channel? Okay, let me know. All right. So,
Is he doing anything with the Sony thing tomorrow?
I'm just trying to think. Are there any other odds and ends that I would like to talk about?
I would like to do something with the Sony thing tomorrow.
Like, I think we covered everything. I'm pretty sure we covered everything, right? And by the way, hello everyone, because a lot of people had come in during my podcast here and saying hello and everything. Hello to Turtle Dude. Hello to Jinx. Hello to Eternal Napalm, who had given the suggestion of the name of the show. A lot of people here, were coming in saying hello.
I'll drop Jinx in the middle of it.
It's not pre-recorded. Just, I'm trying to keep my train of thought, not get distracted here. Hello, Kevin. How you guys doing? Goldfish, Rebecca, Kitty. How y'all doing? Welcome. Hello, Brianna, Charles. My Ruin. How's everyone? I hope you're all doing good. 672. Am I watching the State of Play tomorrow? I'm off tomorrow.
Of course he's off. Yeah,
Will
sorry.
I
Yeah.
up on the State of Play and talk about what happens on Sony State of Play on Thursday's podcast? Yes, but I'm not here tomorrow, so I can't do anything with it.
Well, that's you. That's on you, man. Maximilian dude.
Okay, PS3
We'll be streaming it.
Everyone, look at all these people. The villain's here. All right, so I think I covered everything. Now,
Just
guys,
saying.
as I said, the streak is over. All right, we're back to normalcy. If you like my content, if you enjoy my streams, please support them in any way, shape, or form that you would so choose. The easiest way is by giving the stream a like. Liking helps engagement
Right.
tons. It lets people
Hey.
find the content on YouTube and tune into it because it makes it more visible in the search
All right,
results.
Dark Dave's Mirror.
Stream helps.
Big fan.
100 likes, I'll do a
Glad to see your
celebratory
channel's
bubble
back.
wall. And if Jasper Kitty stays in the office, he's never seen the bubble gun in the office before. I'm curious how he would react to me setting off the bubble gun. It'd be interesting to see, right? Okay, now, another way to help out would be a super chat or a super sticker. These are ways to support through YouTube itself. You get a nice pop-up on the screen if you do those, and I'll give it a shout-out. Memberships, super important to the channel.
Yeah, exactly. Why take an hour out of your day to make money about something you're supposedly passionate about?
Emotes. You don't have to abide by slow mode rules in the chat. You get a cool chat crown badge to show that you're a supporter. Some people just earned their 2-year anniversary, which is the rose gold crown, which is really, really neat. Excuse me. Outside of that, many other benefits too. So please consider becoming a member, or if you're someone who wants to support the channel and the community as a whole, you can gift memberships to the community. And today, with Zelda, we'll probably have pretty good attendance on the stream. So today would be a great time to maybe gift some memberships. People, I'm sure, would be very appreciative if they got some. By the way, if you're interested in getting gifted membership, type !gift into the chat. A link should pop up. You click on it, and it should give you the option to enable a gifted membership on your account if you're eligible. Some people are not due to region and other rules on YouTube. Also, tipping. Now, tipping, huge way to...
I never get gifted memberships from anyone. I think it's because I have like a brand account or something.
Tipping, I get the most amount of, and in addition, I get tips right away. Because tips are a very important part of my business.
Presumably that's the
we have
reason.
tiered rewards. Raise $50 in tips. I put on Gunner glasses.
Please do this more if you can. I would love to. Yeah, I don't stream enough.
Closet repertoire now.
Or ever.
And of course, if we haven't hit the full tips goal of
Thank you.
$150 today, you choose a silly vest for me to wear as well. So thanks in advance for any kind of a contribution and for supporting DSP Gaming and allowing me to do what I truly love for a living. Okay? Cool. By the way, I'm deleting a disgusting account whose name is a sexual innuendo. Absolutely disgusting, revolting, and I've banned them permanently. They're not coming back. Okay. It is now time for us to start with shout-out, shall we? So first of all,
He's like...
I received a super chat from Nasty Mandy, who says the following. Phil, any interest in...
He's just like who's your audience? He's like he's talking to kids.
Never trying the Star Ocean series. Star Ocean 2 is a personal favorite, and I recommend it for the future. Good voice acting, too. I know of the Star Ocean series, but I've never played one. I've heard many good things about them. It's another one of those RPG series a lot of people seem to talk about over time, but I just never really got around to it.
Hey, that's not right.
Play it. You know what I'm really excited for later this year, if it ever comes out, because I still don't think it has a release date.
Gonna do it again.
Suikoden collection.
There we go.
1 and 2 redone in totally
I need to redo that.
graphics and better music and everything.
Thank you, Be Awesome One, for
I
making
love those games from PS1 era.
Tommy,
Superb,
remember?
absolutely superb games. Some of the best turn-based RPGs of that era, and a lot of people never heard of them. So I would absolutely love to play that collection with you, at least playing one of them maybe this year and one next year. That I'm looking forward to a lot. But I don't think that they have a release date for it yet, which is weird because they've been like slowly showing more information about it on social media and the internet. So I've seen clips of it. I'm like, dude, it looks so good. And we just don't know when it's coming out yet. So anyway, continuing on, Big Mac did a super chat and says, F the trolls. We appreciate you and all of your content. Thank you, Big Mac. I don't really care about effing the trolls. You know, really, I don't care about that. What I care about is being able to shut out all that white noise bullshit and being able to have a great
Just ignore them
with my audience every single day on the channel, and that's what it's all about. So thank you for the support. I received one tip so far today. Let's take a look. I received a $2 tip.
Is Raw DDM back
James
yet?
Tiberius Kirk. I want to let you know Tetris
No.
is the best movie of the year by a mile. As a gamer and a movie buff, you would be missing out bigly if you don't watch and review it. Now, did you not mention it is only available on like Apple Video, or is it Apple TV?
Thank you for subscribing, Reyes.
Earlier,
Knock.
Captain James T. Kirk. I remember you had said that, right? You had said that it was like only on Apple. And that's so odd to me because I really don't know anything on Apple people
Go on.
watch.
Shift it over. Go on.
It's weird that Apple
Manually
has their
shift it
own
over.
service,
Get it
but
in
no
the
one really talks
center.
about it. Like Amazon Video, there's some shows on there people mention. Netflix, definitely there's shows on there people mention. Disney Plus, yeah. Paramount Plus, yeah. You know, I think every service you're like, yeah, there's a few things on there.
He has the energy of a coked up promoter.
That anyone watches.
I mean,
I don't know. So,
this might be
is
helping.
Ted Lasso
This
on there?
probably.
Is that true? I've never seen Ted Lasso. I've heard some good things about it. So
You
is that
know,
really
when you
it?
drop it down to normal
Apple says,
speed.
yes, I have Apple strictly just for Ted Lasso. Then I cancel it when I finish
Less
watching the
coked up.
season. Wow. That's pretty bad. Do you have an on-demand
Oh, that
service?
sucks, Dark Dave. I've lost that
Right?
channel probably.
Anyway, so that's the thing. Like, do I really want to get a
Yeah,
full
that
service,
sucks, man.
right? And pay for a whole month of it just to watch the one movie, give you the review of it, and then cancel right after? If you guys really want that, I would consider it. I have to see what it costs. You know, if it's like $10 or something, maybe I would do it. But let me know if that's really what you want, and go from there. Okay. All right. So thank you for the first tip of the day, Captain James T. Kirk.
And T stands for
Severance is
Tiberius.
outstanding, and Foundation and C are good. What is Severance? I don't even know what that is. Again, here's what you have to understand, though. No one's going to care about me jumping onto a show now. Here's the difference. When the new season of The Boys comes out, whenever that will be, whether it's later this year or next year, if I jump on that show, people will probably care. That's a show that's like white hot popular, and I could have opportunity to maybe get caught up on it. I have.
Sounds like Ben
Amazon
Shapiro.
Video, so I could watch that whenever I want. Slowly get caught up on it, and then start watching The Boys when the new season comes out. That'll work. But any other show like that, like Severance, you're saying that it's already on there in the several seasons or whatever. Me reviewing that, no one's gonna care about that. You know what I mean?
But no one cares about anything.
Have I seen The Boys? Okay, I will.
The way you
fess
do it
up, I've
now.
watched a few episodes of The Boys. I have. I've watched a few, and I think that the show is pretty good. Although I do think that sometimes it seems like they're really going heavily into going ultra adult content with the sexuality and the gore in particular too. A lot of gore, and I'm like, geez. But at the same time, I get it. It's kind of like, let's write a superhero show that's ultra adult with drama and corruption and all kinds of stuff that's more adult themed instead of just being like, oh, superhero teen action stuff. It's way more adult oriented. I like the whole corruption aspect that the heroes are cracked up to be, that it's all fake.
That's the best he can hope for with doing things the way he does, is day one views. As Ramen Brahman just said. And thank you, Ezraken, for becoming a member. Yeah. The way he does things currently, if he's going to put no effort into it, he may as well just hit the new stuff and try and get that, you know, the initial buzz. But reviewing like this old stuff or stuff that's like a bit more obscure is just like man, why bother?
I actually really like that. So I will likely watch The Boys slowly, like a slow drip feel over the course of the year.
He said drip.
You know, where I watch all the episodes. I think it's 3 seasons, so I'll probably try to get caught up. So that way when the new
I need to watch The Boys.
show premieres, whenever the new season is, I could watch it and understand it and review it every week, just like I did with The Last of Us earlier this year. I could review every week the new episode for you guys. I'd be down for that, okay?
Oops.
Well, you see, that's what I mean. Dylan says, what do you think about a person getting run straight through? It's kind of gross and disgusting and shocking. You know what it kind of feels like? It's Game of Thrones with superheroes, right? Like, that's what Game of Thrones was going for. Give you medieval fantasy, but go over the top with the adult sexuality, gore, and really corruption themes. And that's essentially what The Boys is, right? But it's good. It's entertaining. It actually is riveting. It gets you caught up in it. You want to see what's going to happen next. But at the very same time, like I said, I do feel like sometimes it's already kind of going a little extreme. And I'm sure it's going to probably go even more extreme. So I guess we'll see.
Riveting stuff, man. No, I haven't watched The Boys.
Anyway.
My
So,
wife
so
wouldn't ever
that's
watch it,
something I'll
so
definitely do
I'd
later
never.
this year.
never get a
or if
chance.
it is later this year. I don't know if it's later this year that the new series of The Boys is going to be out. So, really, Carlton Jr. says the show Invincible is better than The Boys, but I haven't seen any of that. What about House of Dragons? Or you mean House of the Dragon? I'll be
Oh,
honest.
piss off. Come on, man. What are you correcting him for?
I have no interest in going back to that. So I really don't care about the prequel series either, honestly. It doesn't seem very, very interesting to me. The villain, I'm not watching any Final Fantasy 16 gameplay. I've said this many times. I'm sold on Final Fantasy 16. I know it's going to be a good game. I don't need to watch gameplay that's going to spoil the game for me. I've literally stayed away from everything, and I'm not going to start now. So no, I'm not watching any gameplay of it.
Is anyone in my position with Final Fantasy 16? I know it's not a great position to be in, like, and you probably shouldn't be in this position because I'm sure Final Fantasy 16 is like, it's going to be fucking great, I'm sure. But is anyone else just really looking forward to Rebirth coming out and just doesn't really care about 16 and just wants Rebirth? That's kind of where I'm at, man. Sorry.
I don't know anything about a Marvel movie body horror film. No, I'm not going to be streaming the Sony Showcase on this channel. I don't even know how to do that when I'm not here.
Missing out, man. Easy money.
No, I never watched Swamp Thing. Hello, Arkham. How are you? Jade, how's it going? Jade, you know, Zelda's chill fun, Jade. You know that. Zelda's is relaxing, chill fun, man.
Relaxing, chill fun.
Deadpool 3. I mean, I didn't see Deadpool 2, so it's kind of hard to get excited for Deadpool 3. I do know Deadpool 3 has Wolverine as a main character, right? Which is kind of interesting.
It's kind of interesting.
Yes, we're still doing React Days. Next week, the React Day will be Saturday like usual for DSP versus the Internet. In 2 weeks, when it's the release of Street Fighter 6, I'm going to delay it a day. So normally it would be a Saturday. I'm going to have it on a Sunday that week. So that way,
yeah, that's right. Like,
Saturday.
You got people here shouting shit out for him to review. So he's getting his feedback. And he's nah, I'm not. Don't know what that is. No.
Okay. But outside of that, no. Like, we're gonna be doing the React stuff regularly. It's not gonna change. It's gonna be every Saturday.
I'm probably a weird anomaly with Final Fantasy where it's like
classes were canceled, but all right.
I just really like FF7.
Predictions on who the main boss is in MK1? I have no idea because it's gonna be something completely weird. You know it is. Because here's the thing: like, who could take on Liu Kang? Liu Kang is an ultimate god, right? So they're going to have to write something new. They're just going to have to. They're going to have to write something new. Unless Liu Kang is the final boss, right? That could be too. That Liu Kang is the final boss because he's basically become such a control freak that all the other people now... Maybe... Now, here's something interesting. This would be an interesting plot, and I wouldn't even be surprised if this is what they do.
Hype for both. Read the producer of 16 said they basically finished the game a year ago and have just been polishing it. That's cool. Right? That is very cool to hear.
Because he keeps trying to enforce peace no matter what.
I don't actually know much about it.
That's not how life works. In life, look at the history of the world in general, humanity and everything. There is no peace. There's always going to be, eras of strife and war. But maybe Liu Kang...
But it's cool that they're not being, like, pushed to shove it out if that's the case. Like, get it right and then get it out.
The good, the bad, Earthrealm, Netherrealm, they team up by the end of NK1 to take down Liu Kang because they feel like he's this corrupted, very overbearing, controlling god individual, like a dictator, and they don't want that. I could see that happening. Like, during the course of the story, he thinks he's doing right by stopping cases where there's strife and stuff, but in reality, that's not the case. Like, they realize that he's a control freak, overpowered god, and they want to stop him.
Is that what he's talking about, Mortal Kombat?
Now, there's a power struggle to defeat Liu Kang. And if they beat Liu Kang, they become the new god, or maybe they kill Liu Kang, and now his power gets split. I could definitely see stuff like that happening. You can't have, like, one...
Is there a story in Mortal Kombat?
Game like that, it wouldn't make sense. So... No, I don't know anything about spares in high school, Arkham. I don't know what that means. Oh, yes, this is a very old shirt I'm wearing. This is from my product line when I was just selling my own t-shirts on the internet like 5-6 years ago. It doesn't mean anything. It's just gibberish. But it was meant to be like whenever I was going to play like a Japanese-style RPG or something, I would wear the shirt.
Japanese-style
shirt or whatever. People liked it. It was like chibi DSP, posing and everything. But you can't get these anymore. I haven't sold any shirts in several years. So, like I said, maybe eventually if someone had some ideas about new designs and things for shirts, and if someone knew of a company that would allow me to sell my products, and the company isn't a bunch of woke idiots who are going to listen to people saying that, like, shit I said 10 years ago is something that I do today, and then they'll shut down my shop. Because that's what happened with Teespring, which then became Spring. So over the course of me working with Teespring... It's
amazing, isn't it, how quickly it'll just, like, pivot into being a complete dick about something. Unbelievable. Woe is me. All the time. Anyway... Jeremy Fisher, thank you for subscribing.
And what happened is they changed their leadership,
Japanese
they changed
style.
Their whole culture to be this woke company. And what ended up happening was my haters actually sent them clips of me like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, saying things. Look, Phil's a racist, Phil's a sexist, Phil's this, Phil's that. And they're idiots, and they believed it. Now, keep in mind, I had my Teespring for 5 years while all that stuff was on the internet, and they didn't care. But they had a shift in management and philosophy, and then they decided out of nowhere to shut down my shop. Even though my shop has absolutely nothing on it whatsoever that violates their terms of service, they just shut it down. It was the same time when they were getting me kicked off of Twitch, when they were getting me kicked out of other services and things. They did it to everyone all at once. All right? So
For the services.
I stayed away from doing any merch because I just wanted things to kind of calm down. At this point now, I've gotten rid of all my old branding and stuff that could be construed to be something bad, you know? And now I just want to be me and do fun, positive content for you guys and kind of...
What branding?
Get rid of all those old bad associations that people always made with my name. But the question is there going to be a company out there that's going to give me a fair shake? Or am I going to create a cool product line of products, start selling it, and then within 2 weeks of me doing that, my haters message the company and they're idiotic and they believe everything they say and then they kick me off again. So there's no point if that's the case. I don't want to waste my time. You see?
But you're not going to get anywhere if you just calling everyone an idiot.
So let me know. You know, if you guys have any ideas of places that do this kind of stuff, merch or whatever, that if you know if they're legit, let me know. All right? So
what? Legit.
There you go.
Google? Try it.
I could try to get like a
T-shirts.
out of him, and someone can maybe make a logo with Jasper.
Sell your own T-shirts online.
Sure, if people really wanted that, I don't see why not.
Can he name anything that he hasn't been kicked out of? Has he ever been kicked out of a McDonald's or a Burger King? Probably.
It says a company should do research before they do a partnership. They did. Teespring, listen to this. Teespring reached out to me in 2017 when I was becoming a full-time streamer and I announced to everyone I was going to become a full-time streamer. I'm not kidding you. Teespring contacted me to sell my merch. And they worked with me to make my first product line. They designed the whole first slew of shirts that I ever sold on the site. So they knew who I was.
Of course they did.
They knew about all of my content. All of it. And then within 5 years decided, oh, we don't want to be with this guy anymore and kick me off the site.
Yeah, there you go. A couple of people have said it there. Like market research and all this is basically that. Just tell me what to do. And make sure I can do it for free while you're at it. Because I'm not interested if I have to pay for it. That's not happening.
Internally, they had a weird culture shift where anyone who I guess is deemed as problematic on the internet should not be on Spring. Well, guess what? I didn't do anything wrong. In fact, in the 5 years that I was on Spring or Teespring, I actually got better as a person and a content creator, but they decided the things that I had done 10, 15 years in the past were so egregious that I couldn't be on their site anymore, despite the fact they had sold my products for 5 years. I mean, you want to talk about a ass backwards, stupid as fuck company? That's Spring in a nutshell. You can't even make it up. That's how bad their philosophy and how they're run. I mean, what a bunch of idiots. So, I don't want to deal with a company like that. Like I said, I want to deal with a company that is going to be fair and is not going to be stupid as shit and just on a knee-jerk reaction because a couple trolls send them some bullshit that they just believe everything and they kick me out. It's too much work and effort to have logos and everything drawn up and made and designing the merch and putting all that work into it, and then they take it all away for no
But you're not doing any of that.
Time on that. So, if anyone has ideas, I need to know what ideas you would have for.
Oh God!
Okay?
How much longer of this is there? There we go. We can do this, guys. There's another like 20 minutes of it or something.
Willow, you ask the most absolutely ridiculous over-the-top questions. I don't know why you slam me with these ridiculous questions. Have I ever ridden a unicycle? What do you think? Do I look at the kind of guy who'd be riding a unicycle? Do I even have the body type for that? I mean,
You don't have to be a dick about it though, man. Just answer the fucking question.
Good afternoon, Violent Riot. How are you?
Or don't. Just ignore it. Ban.
Kevin, thank you for re-upping your membership. He says, I don't want to be spoiled. I'm only going to do audio. Oh, you're not going to watch the stream? So you're actually playing Zelda yourself? That's respectable if you don't want to be spoiled on Zelda. I hear you.
Anyone playing Zelda? Any Nintendo people in? Yeah, no, this isn't live. This is about...
A tip with some small news. We have some news stories I want to cover.
We're like 2 hours and 40 minutes in the past here.
But no tip has come through yet, Carliga, just so you know. Nothing yet. Okay, some quick news stories. I almost forgot. News story number 1.
Twitter.
Final Fantasy 16 currently has no plans for any kind of a day one patch or fix. The company is basically feeling very confident in the game's build and feels like right now what they have is ready to be sold and played. That's pretty impressive. Most games these days are rushing to the finish line. You know what I'm saying? They're absolutely running full speed ahead to the finish line to reach it and be like, okay, last minute, here's a ginormous patch to hit you and get you know what I mean? That's very interesting to me. In addition to that, they're planning no DLC whatsoever. They've got no non-game tie-ins or anything like that at all planned. So, for example, with Final Fantasy 15,
cool.
if you remember, they had a whole movie called Kingsglaive. That if you watched it, it gave you supplemental explanations and everything about the characters, and it really did add to the game, but most people didn't see it, okay? But they actually referenced those events in the game, which is kind of stupid. There's nothing like that in Final Fantasy 16. They're basically saying, again, they're very confident in what they've created.
God, man, he can't help but, like, fucking moan about everything. Just, yeah, it's cool, but that's it. It's cool. Good. It's a complete game. There's no DLC. Done. I'm playing Twilight Princess. Cool. Yeah, I've never owned a Nintendo thing, but these Zelda games, like, piqued my interest a little bit.
The quality,
especially the new one, man.
The quality of the story and the narrative, they feel like it should be an actual standalone game that works, and that's rare in this day and age. It is. I say that's to be respected, applauded, and if this game is good, which seems like it will be, I hope it is.
Yeah, $10. This is a day one patch, probably. There will be. You know that there will be.
That, wow, a game company that took their time, they developed it properly, right?
And you'll moan about it.
For sure. So
bring this up again.
Let's see. Let's see what happens when it comes out in late June. But there you have it. Now also.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's going to be so many people that play Final Fantasy 15 that did watch the film. You can't just say nobody saw it.
Oh, so during Summer Game Fest, for those who don't know, Summer Game Fest is coming up June 8th, okay? And during Summer Games Fest, here's what's going to happen, okay? It's going to be the first world premiere of gameplay and a big, like, reveal expose of Mortal Kombat 1.
She's here move then.
The narrative trailer, which is great, but we don't know anything about the game itself yet. So we're going to get our first actual, hands-on explanations from Ed Boon himself, the man behind the company, will be there to present Mortal Kombat 1 at Summer Games Fest. For those who don't know, Summer Games Fest is Thursday, June 8th, and yes, I will be covering it live.
But not the Sony thing tomorrow.
Right. Also,
definitely not.
There is a lot of problems going on currently with Nintendo. If you guys didn't hear,
he's going to shit on him now.
In the process of trying to shut down all kinds of emulation and modification. Their latest hit is against the Nintendo 3DS. Now, first of all, for the record, the Nintendo 3DS is out of print. All right? They are definitely not, they're definitely not.
It's all like valid stuff to talk about. I'm sure there's people out there talking about this sort of stuff. I can't think. I'm thinking of someone, but I can't think who it'd be. And I'd find it interesting to listen to. But it's because we know that he doesn't give a shit about any of this stuff, and he's just looked it up on his phone. He's seen someone that he follows on Twitter, and they've tweeted about this. And that's it. That's his entire, frame of reference. Out of production, yeah. Out of print. And that, yeah, because we know that fact, it's like, well, where the fuck are you talking about it?
Being made. You can't buy a brand new 3DS that was just manufactured.
Exactly. It doesn't emulate.
Right? It's an outdated piece of hardware.
I'm sure he's going to have plenty to say about it.
Nintendo is pushing out an update for this is kind of weird. Why would Nintendo be pushing out an update for the Nintendo 3DS? Well, it's not a good news situation. Listen to this. Nintendo pushed out an update for the 3DS that essentially has shut down all hacking and emulation.
Got to get it to an hour and a half, basically.
Period. Okay? So, basically, here's what people are saying in a nutshell. This is just a new level of antagonism. Because the 3DS, first of all, it's no longer being produced. You can't buy...
Someone tweet this. Is he reading this word for word?
Right? And essentially what Nintendo is trying to do is make everything inaccessible. They're actually finding value in making it hard to play their games. So if you can't hack...
New level of antagonism.
Then you have to buy a physical copy of their game for an exorbitant amount of money somewhere to play it on that system. Right? They're basically making... You can't emulate. You can't hack. You can't do anything with it. The question is, if this is out of print, if they don't care, if the end of life, it's over. The product run is done. Why are they patching it now? What value are they seeing? It's not like they're selling new 3DSs. They're not selling new 3DS games anywhere where they're making profit.
So I searched in quotation marks, level of antagonism, and there is a tweet from 14 hours ago from Caitlin Molinas. This is like a new level of antagonism from Nintendo patching the 3DS to be harder to hack.
Profit.
Cool.
So literally, this patch doesn't benefit Nintendo from a profit standpoint. So why are they doing it? Essentially, they are so controlling over their products that they don't even care if they benefit from it. They just don't want other people to have the satisfaction of enjoying it without their official say-so. Seriously, that's exactly what it is, right? How dumb is that?
Does any of this matter?
I think it's stupid. I think if you decided your product line's over or whatever, and you're not going to make any money on it, then let everyone else enjoy it out there, right?
People are going to, like, hack and emulate and all that shit, regardless of this stuff, aren't they?
Channels, we only want you to buy, you know what I mean? That's kind of ridiculous. Especially because they shut down their digital marketplace. You can't buy the games over the internet anymore. They're actually saying to you now, because you can't hack it, just go buy a physical copy somewhere for an exorbitant amount of money at some convention or on eBay or something. That's crazy. The worst part about that is, what about posterity purposes? Right?
Yeah, I'm sure he would be against piracy as well. He'd have something to say about that, wouldn't he?
What happens to games that maybe they're not able to be backed
And thank you, Logan, for super chatting.
Those games just disappear forever?
Thank you, everyone, for this. This is cool. We should do it again sometime.
This is a big problem for people who like Nintendo, and in particular, people are up in arms because they've never really done that kind of stuff before. You know what I mean? So, people are just outright confused. Very confused.
Are they?
Okay? Me too. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Let's see here. I think I did actually receive a tip, by the way.
Awesome.
I did. Okay. Carliga, it looks like it was your tip came through. Cool. Okay, I'll shout that out in a second.
I love the way he moves his head when he reads stuff. That's my favourite new thing that I've noticed.
So there you go.
Which is probably not that new.
What's the purpose of patching a handheld console so many years later?
I just watch him when he's doing his Q&As, like... Just look out for it.
Already after its end of life, and basically making it so people can't do what they want with it. And that's pretty dumb. I think that's dumb. You know, it's one thing if it's an active console, you're actively selling it, you want to control your IPs, you want to make it so that people aren't getting everything for free. That I understand. But it's kind of like, they just don't want anyone to have any fun with nothing. You know? They're ridiculous.
Oh, he sipped at the same time.
It's about setting a precedent.
Sleazy asshole.
Well, that is true. So there is a way to avoid it. Just don't get the update. If you don't connect your Nintendo DS to the internet to get this update, it won't affect it. But how many people probably just had that on by default and downloaded it and like, oh shit, now they're done. Now they can't do their hacking stuff anymore. They didn't realize this was going to happen. Okay, so.
Oh, my OBS disconnected.
I received a $1 tip from Carliga. So thank you to Carliga. Let's see what Carliga has to say. Some bad news. Relic Entertainment, who's owned by Sega. They've developed games such as Company of Heroes, Homeworld, Warhammer 40k, Dawn of War, and Age of Empires 4, announced massive layoffs. 1/3 of their staff. Well, I think you just explained it. Listen to what you just said. Let's reread that. Okay?
I'm slightly toxified.
Homeworld, Warhammer 40k, Dawn of War, Age of Empires 4.
I guess.
Are any of those games prominent? Or even, like, noteworthy today? You know what I'm saying? Like, probably Age of Empires 4 was the most recent one, maybe? But... tech companies in general have been scaling back in a lot of ways. And when you take a look at their games...
In what ways, Phil?
Library there.
Do tell.
Anything there that's really done great or anything that's been pertinent in the last 5+ years, you know, that stands out? No, not really. So, that says to me, sadly, that's a company that may have, in some cases, lost some relevance. And therefore, they're forced to do that. They might not want to. Maybe they're working on a bunch of new exciting projects. You know, you don't know, but, you know, there's not much you can do about that. Especially now... What we're finding is that there's so much competition. There's so much.
Yeah, sorry to everyone just joining that's already experienced this.
You know, the whole cutthroatedness. So Carliga says, Company of Heroes 3 just released. I don't even know. I don't know what that is. He says, it sold about 300 to 500,000 copies. Made about $20 million. The real-time strategy genre in general is too niche. I mean, yeah. This is what I keep saying, and people don't want to listen to me. They don't. They always give me shit. All right? But it's time to listen for once, okay?
Go on then, Phil.
PC gaming is nowhere near as prominent as it used to be. It doesn't matter what you want to believe. It doesn't matter what stats you want to selectively proclaim as your evidence of this. The truth is that PC exclusive gaming is not as prominent as it used to be. A lot of games at launch don't even run well on PC, and these PC exclusive style games like RTS games aren't selling like console games do. They do not, and it's time to stop with the bullshit and believing all this nonsense, the smoke that blows up PC gamers' asses. It's just not true. You can sit here and selectively grab statistics all day. It doesn't make it any better of a situation for you if you're an exclusive PC gamer. RTS games are on the way out because they're...
What? You can selectively... What did he say? Selectively... That's like evidence though, isn't it? Like...
You can sit here and selectively grab statistics all...
Selectively grab statistics. But then, like, that would prove things, wouldn't it? What a weird thing to say.
day.
Like, oh God. Like, he'll just say anything to, oh, for fuck's sake.
It doesn't make it any better of a situation for you if you're an exclusive PC gamer. RTS games are on the way out. Because
Are they?
PC exclusive. It's not easy to play an RTS game on a console. Consoles are the premier.
Just because you have some weird thing against PC gaming does not mean that you can just willy-nilly say that it's on the way out with, like, no evidence.
Way that most people are playing.
Yeah, Steam Deck.
Deal with
Oh,
Look at the sales numbers of consoles. Look at the sales of games on consoles. You can't argue that the console is the dominant force in gaming today. Sorry, you can't. There's actually no way you can argue PC versus console unless you want to only selectively pick specific statistics that make the PC look better than it is, which you can do. I know how statisticians do it. I know how they pay the marketing gurus to do this shit. It's all bullshit. Why do you think a company like this is not doing very well? Because they're making games for PC only and it's not selling enough. And there's nothing you can do about that, all right?
Oh my God, this is...
You gotta deal with reality, man. You have to at some point. The big sellers are all on console, right? You get your GTA 5 that made billion, bajillion, trillion dollars. Stupid GTA Online, right? You got your freaking Skyrim that sold 4,000 times. Call of Duty, which is the biggest game every single freaking year, that sells insanely on consoles. Insane amounts of consoles, okay? Again, you can selectively pick statistics. It won't change facts. It won't. It's hilarious because you hear things like, oh, consoles are on the way out. No, actually, consoles are selling more than ever. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like profits, like the Steam stats. Like, just look at them. Look at things like when the Witcher series was first released, and everyone hopped back on The Witcher 3, and there was like record concurrent players and all that kind of stuff. Like, I wish I had more to say about this, but I just, you know, this is complete nonsense. He's just making stuff up. 41% of people play on console and 37% play on PC. Like, it's hardly on the way out, is it?
The Switch has, you know, sold insane amounts for Nintendo, and only now, after the Switch being out for, what, 6 years, have they finally announced...
Yeah, all those games were PC games.
Literally everyone fucking has one who wants one. There's no one else
have
who wants
been
to buy
PC
one because
games.
they have them already, you know? So, I just hate to say that, but yeah, that's the truth, all right? You don't, you know, you can argue it all you want. Go ahead and look at
Yeah, I was going to say, Prophet, I think you, this needs to be something you need to talk about,
the game that was a console game, and look at the sales numbers, and you tell me. You know, it's just undeniable at this point.
On the way out.
And yes, that is correct, because this is what everyone tries to ignore in the discussion. Mobile games are bigger. Mobile games...
The thing is as well, you know, before we get to this bollocks, like a lot of people, regardless of whether it's a good PC or not, have a PC. And a lot of people will have, like, Steam installed on that and can play, like... What's that game that everyone plays? Is it League of Legends that's like you can play it on like a potato? Like there's like millions of people like that just do that kind of thing. Like that aren't bothered about running the latest AAA thing. Like, how can you? It's just such a weird, narrow-minded thing to say. Like, on the way out, man.
Games are the biggest. Mobile games are the best.
Prophet, do a video.
Because they're free to download, and immediately people put money into them, and it makes an insane amount of money. You see? So, that's the truth, is that mobile gaming is where it's at. Mobile gaming is the biggest profitability. And no one
It's where it's at.
It's not part of the discussion, when it absolutely is. In reality, it's like,
that's great.
Mobile games are so high, they're above my logo. The mobile game sales numbers would be like way up here, and then you've got console games like here, and then you got PC like here.
What's that? But what's that got to do with anything?
Anyway. Kevin did a super chat. He says it's all about what's cheaper. Most people are cheap. I mean, honestly, Kevin, if you want to know the truth, I actually don't think that's the case. I think it's a matter of accessibility at this point. Because let's be honest, consoles aren't cheap anymore. You know, PS5 is what, $500 for the good one? Am I right? Is it $499 still? Right?
Yeah, something like that.
And you can get a gaming PC for about $500, $600, maybe $700, but it's accessible.
Everything is above your logo.
I bought the console. Immediately, I can play all the games on the console out of the box. Versus, oh, I bought a gaming PC, but I have to build it to save money. And once I build it, now I got to troubleshoot it for 400 hours. Now I got to install the game. Oops, now the settings don't work. Now I got to sit there
This is bollocks.
With this game for an hour, 2 hours before I can even play it.
Just because you don't want to do these things.
I'm not saying that if you
doesn't mean that hundreds and thousands of millions of people want, you know, don't take pleasure in this stuff.
Out of that, but it's accessibility.
People fucking love messing with settings and reading up on like how to squeeze the most frames out of your graphics card and shit like that. Like, just because you're lazy does not mean anything.
Today, people want instant
means you're a
gratification.
dickhead.
They don't want a bunch of fucking work to get their fun. You know, like, video games are supposed to be fun. Video games are supposed to be entertainment and unwinding from your real life. Now, I'm already stressed the fuck out for my real life. I come home to play a game and I gotta fuck with my PC now.
Oh, piss off, man. Just fuck. Oh, God. Look at his face. Look at that face. Just, I mean, that's what it boils down to, isn't it? Like, it goes perfectly with that. You know the clip I put at the beginning of the first video I did on him, where he's like talking, he's playing that baseball game and he's talking about like, I'm a gamer, you know, I just want to sit here and relax in the chair and have fun and play with games, you know. And it's exactly that mindset, that kind of like that lazy, I just want to turn on my console and get on with it, which is just fair enough. But you can't then say that like that's what everyone else thinks, and that if you don't think that, you're wrong. Like, ugh.
To get the game to work. I just want to fucking go home and plop down on my couch, pick up this controller, and play a game for an hour or two. This is what people want today. Why do you think this is so prominent? You don't even...
This is what people want. Oh, God.
even need this. It's already in your hand. It's your fucking phone, and now you can play it on here. You see? That's what it's all about.
Is it?
Jasper Kitty, where'd you come from? Where'd you come from, Jasper Cat? Jasper? Don't make me get the water bottle. Okay. Kevin says... What are you staring at me for? Kevin says graphic cards are $800 alone for the cheapest one. That's completely false. The cheapest graphics card is not $800.
I was going to say, fucking hell.
But thank you for the super chat. Okay.
Exactly, man. Like, especially like you get, you know, SSDs, your PC's on in like 10 seconds. Plug your controller into your PC. It's hardly any different, man. Like, the guy's talking out of his
Jasper
arse.
sleeps on the bed. Jasper sleeps on the ottoman at the edge of the bed. Jasper sleeps on the floor. Jasper sleeps under the bed. Jasper sleeps wherever he wants. And also, Jasper moves at night. So there'll be nights.
Get yourself a PC, crazy acid trip. Do it.
Next to one of us or between us sometimes.
I don't game on my PC
In the bedroom. That's where
as much as I should.
free reign. Ah, you licked my toe. What happened this morning, like, my wife had to go to work early, so she got up to go to work. He wakes up, and now he's trying to knead the bed, knead me, wake me up. He's snuggling me. He's doing all this stuff. I'm like, oh, my God. Just want to sleep.
That's what cats do, though.
I feel bad for games that make these style of games. It seems like those genres are going to be capped natively because of the lack of revenue. There's going to be a change. There's absolutely going to be a shift and a change. I feel. I do feel that.
Is there?
You know, I don't know when exactly it's going to happen, but I absolutely feel a change is coming.
What, are we all going to be staring at champions?
Worse, yeah, it remains to be seen. But a change is coming, my friends.
I'm sure dimwits have been saying this for years.
Okay. All right, guys, we still got a little bit of time. You got any questions or anything for me? Want to tag me in the chat or any last-minute contributions for me to shout out? Now would be the time for it. Before we finish the show, we adjourn the show, and then we get ready for Zelda.
Hit us with that meaningful DSP Q&A. Come on. What you got, chat?
No, Jade Van Zill, I just talked about it. There's no way I'm going to be able to play Lord of the Rings Gollum. I've really got to focus on the games I'm playing right now, which is Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Zelda, finishing Oblivion, getting as far into it, maybe finishing Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster. You know, I got to focus on that for the next week and a half until Street Fighter 6 comes out, and then that's going to be a focus, so I don't have time for Gollum. Maybe in the future, if it's a good game, you know, maybe I'll be interested in it. For now, it's definitely not something I'm going to be getting, so...
Yeah, PC gaming is easier now than it was in 2000, for sure. Anyone?
Can I do a tier list of Final Fantasy villains? Perhaps. That could be a tier maker we do one day. Rank all the Final Fantasy villains against each other? Sure, maybe.
Has he played them all?
Keep in mind that a lot of them, like, for example, what's the guy in the first game? I know him. I can't remember his name, but I remember the villain from the first game. Obviously, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'd be no good at this.
Probably 9, 10. and then maybe 15 or 13. Like, it's going to be hard. There's some I didn't play. So some of them I'm not going to be able to be ranking, you know.
Well, don't do it then.
That could be an idea. That could be an idea. I just got a $1.30 tip from an anonymous tipper. On the topic of handheld and mobile games, would you be interested in covering a new Nier game? We're revisiting the 3DS. It takes place 3,000 years after Nier Automata has some interesting lore. Recloned survivors are being stuck in space and controlled by the hidden Gestalt network. What? Are you saying it's a mobile game? It's a mobile game that's Nier Automata, but it's its own unique storyline? I mean, I don't know how on earth that would work. If you have more information on that, perhaps I would consider, you know, looking into it, but that certainly sounds like a weird one.
Yeah, 300-400 quid for a, or a, whatever, dollars for a new mid-tier GPU. Sounds about right. I think mine was about that. Mine's not good. Mine's like a 1660
right, guys,
something or other.
We'll adjourn the show for today. Let's see what last stuff to talk about here. Do I think hardcore gamers play mobile games? Yeah, but I think that they would play them for different reasons. Like I said, mobile games are not necessarily games that have a crazy, interesting, long, you know, stringing narrative, real great character development, or even, honestly, any kind of complex gameplay elements. Mobile games are meant to be games, you sit down, you can jump right into them. You can play them right off the bat. They're easy to play, they're addictive, they're simple but fun, but they have an element where you have to spend to keep playing or winning. That's how they become addictive, and that's how people keep getting caught into that vicious cycle of spend on them. So, yeah, like, I could see, if you're a hardcore gamer, you play your console game, your PC game, that's your core gaming experience. But then, when you're just looking to relax, and like I said, when I used to play mobile games, I do still play mobile games today, just not to the extent I used to.
Sure.
It used to be a thing for me that I would do when I was doing other stuff. So I'd be watching a movie, but I've also have a mobile game out that I'd be playing while I played the movie, so it's kind of like double use of your time. You're like multitasking, right? Like, that seems to be like the biggest thing.
What a great way of spending your time.
The game fully might not be even a thing that a lot of people do. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. If you're going to be playing,
yes, sometimes I do stream Palm Primus once every year or so.
I want to be giving that my attention, right? As opposed to a mobile game, you're just tapping away while you're doing other shit. That's the way I see it anyway.
Just
okay. I never played Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. No, I have not. I know what it is, but
yeah, just stop talking, DSP. It's probably the best course of action. Yeah.
Bloom Kid did a super chat. He says, watch the Freemium Ain't Free episode of South Park, one of the best episodes of the series. It's about mobile games. There you go. Freemium ain't free. So it's like freedom isn't free, freemium ain't free. There you go. I played Genshin Impact. Yes, I did. When it was new, I played it for like a month.
Yeah, that's right. He wanted a 4090, didn't he?
I did play it. You're having a great Mr. Freeze, Arkham. Those are good. Those are the
got a future proof for that future that will never come.
All right, guys. It's time to adjourn the show. Thanks for being a great audience. Thanks to anyone who contributed or supported or engaged.
Awesome.
And this is the last podcast of the week. It's been a great podcasting week. I thank you all. What I would like to do is take this opportunity to say we are almost into a fighting game frenzy coming up in June.
I nicked his idea.
Into fighting games again with Street Fighter 6. And for those of you who are fans of fighting games, I think we're going to have a great time together. If not, I hope you'll still give it a chance. Because I do feel like you may actually end up liking the stuff that I put out. Because I'm not a high-level arcade player.
I think he did it better.
Competitively in tournaments, but I'm going to try to put out a lot of entertaining content for you. So, June 2nd, the launch of Street Fighter 6. If you can't tell, I'm getting hyped. I hope that you'll join me for the content. But anyway, thanks for watching the podcast, guys. I'll see you next time. All right, there we go.
Guys, that was a great podcast. Great support. Great engagement. Do I play mobile games? Well, no. Say no would be a lie. Sometimes I certainly don't spend money in them though. Like I used to play like that Family Guy one and the Simpsons one, and I was pretty fucking hooked on Pokemon Go when that was a thing. But yeah, nah, not really.
So
let's put his great artwork on the screen properly. Yeah, I didn't realise he'd done this this thing. He'll be crying when we laugh about all the shit he just said. Yeah. That's how it goes. The one thing where I will defer to his expertise. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You'd know, Phil. Oh. Can I go to Phil live? He's explaining how his wheel was just stolen off his car while his wife was at work. Are you kidding me? like here somewhere.
The rest of the stream. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream tonight. Here we go again. This is insane. Are you ready? I'm not gonna even. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to upload this right now. So first of all, let's do a $7 tip shout out here to Darren.
Now I'm hooked on root
So
canals.
Darren is saying that this meme today is derailing the
Some
chat.
would
You guys
say.
need to fucking stop immediately. Well, guess what? I agree. Everyone stop with the cherry meme right now because I don't even know what you're talking about, and I'm done with it. Because now I'm really upset and it has nothing to do with you guys, but I'm done with it. Stop it right now. Everyone just cut the shit out with the dumb fucking meme.
Another meme. We can't
All right,
have
so here's
memes.
I go on break. I check my phone. My wife has been texting me saying, call me immediately. I need your help. All right? I call my wife. She's at
Sure,
work.
he's got great teeth,
You
hasn't
want to know
he?
what happened? You ready for this shit? You're never going to fucking believe this shit. Are you ready for this? Jasper, I'm sorry. You got to get off my lap right now, buddy. I'm not.
Thanks for the super chat, Vikes. Car tire scam. Here we go.
And it's not even like she wasn't even getting out yet. She was on break. So she went to the car.
Why is he on his like 4x3 cam?
Car is on a jack. Someone stole our tire off the fucking car.
Sorry, that isn't funny,
This is
but
how
it
bad the
kind
crime
of
has
is.
gotten out here in the
Yeah,
Seattle
tip
area.
bait.
Someone just stole our fucking tire off of our car while it was parked in a parking lot. So they took the whole tire and the bolts. Meaning they took the tire off and they didn't leave the bolts. So now we have a spare, but we can't put the spare on the car because we have no
It's
fucking
funny
bolts
though.
to put the
Like
spare on.
this may well be true. You know, it might, but it's amazing timing, isn't it? Like the fucking vestry ends, then all of a sudden, not getting those dollars in quite so much. So we've got like a new got the new scam going.
car because they stole them. Okay? So my wife is stuck there. She can't leave, obviously.
Why would you nick a
And
tire?
She was waiting for a coworker to be able to go on break and take her to the car store, you know, like one of these car parts stores, and explain to them our car make and model, and hopefully they'd give us bolts or sell us bolts so we can at least get the spare on to drive the car home. This now means I now have to, at some point, I doubt it's going to be tomorrow, because tomorrow, do you really think that a place is going to be able to take us in emergency tomorrow? I can try, but likely...
the funny thing is though, like, again, for the millionth time, like, this isn't that interesting. I know it's a scat, it's probably tip bait, and he's got to say these things to kind of get the, you know, the pity. But this isn't interesting. Like, we were on holiday a few months ago, and our tyre, it went flat, and we fixed it, and then we came home, and that was that. You know, it's like, who cares, man?
The next day or two, I'm now going to have to take time off of work to take this to a car place to explain I need a wheel immediately, right?
It's kind of funny that, like, someone nicked it. You know, that's kind of funny. ALT will have the wheel in the background. You get on it, ALT. Seriously. And also put the Ryan thing that I played on WPIG tomorrow. Everyone watch the start of this stream when I finish, because you'll like it.
I need a new fucking tire. I can't drive on 3 tires, and I don't want to drive on the spare more than just, you know, a minor thing. You know, this sucks. I have to buy a whole new fucking tire now. And the other thing is, when you get a new tire and you're weighing it with other tires, now the alignment's off, right? Now, I can't afford 4 new fucking tires for this car. This is an emergency. Now I have to buy 1 tire to replace the stolen one. Like, this is so fucked up, right?
Probably adds up to about what he, just off the top of my head, maybe about
It's just
$5
frustrating to
grand.
the point of, like, what the fuck? Like, what just happened? I just had a week and a half that was amazingly positive. We had great streams, great support, and now, of course, this has to happen to negate that, right? So now...
There we go.
I can't stream for the rest of the stream. I'm done. I can't stream anymore. I might not be here tonight, because what I got to do, I got to call my dad to talk about this, because he's a car guy. Then I got to probably take an Uber out there to be with my wife, because I don't want to leave her there alone. So I'm probably going to take an Uber out to the mall to be with her for all this is going on. You know, it's fucked up. And now I don't know if I'll be here tonight for the late stream at all. And I don't know what's going to happen. Tomorrow's supposed to be my day off, but I have no fucking tire for this car. I don't even know if it's safe to drive on a spare for my day off just to do my errands and shit. So, I mean, I got to talk to my dad about this.
Always for his day off as well.
Okay.
Perfect timing.
So, I'm out of here for now, guys. Obviously, I didn't want to end the stream now. That was not my intention, but now I got to go to figure all this out. Like I said, I'm going to call my dad. I'm going to call an Uber. I'm going to get out there. And I'm gonna
Call your
handle it,
dad.
you know, in any way that I fucking can. This is fucking bullshit, you know.
Tell me what to do, Daddy.
Now, how do I even tell my wife, how do you feel safe when you're at work? If at any point someone could just fucking rob our car in a normal parking lot. This is not an empty parking lot. There's people in and out. So that means, you know, they just did it and no one said nothing. No one cared. right?
Walk, you lazy fuck.
So, sounds like I'm gonna have a story to tell you guys.
Oh, good.
If I do come back tonight, on a late stream, it'll probably be just me talking about this and doing Q&A rather than gameplay.
Brilliant.
I'm gonna be pretty fucking frustrated.
This is good. Yeah, it's what people want, man.
Did I save the game? I think I saved. I did. Let me save again, because we're done. I can't even fucking play now.
Oh, God. Someone stole my tire.
Fucking piece. I'm gonna go beat the shit out of someone. Right? That's all it makes me want to do is go fuck someone up, but... Okay, guys, so that's it. I'm ending the stream here. Tonight, there may or may not be a late stream. If there is...
That's not going to be a sound clip for future generations.
Thanks for understanding. And, this was a great stream. I was having fun with Zelda, but now I gotta get out of here and make some phone calls, alright? So, guys, thank you for understanding. Maybe I'll be here tonight. Follow me on, Twitter. I'll let you know. I'll post a channel page. I'll let you know what's going on. And go from there, okay?
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, he's still sitting there.
First, right?
Just leave her to it.
Look, I still have to go there. I still have to get the spare on. I still have to contact a place. I probably have to look for my car insurance, call the car insurance company, tell them what's going on, and they'll probably say, well, I have to file a police report.
Wipe it again.
Another thing. When I get there, what do? Call the fucking police? I don't even know what to do. Do you file a police report for a stolen wheel? Are they even going to do anything?
$150 would be quite nice about now, wouldn't it?
Okay. I'll see you guys hopefully tonight. I'll let you know what happened. All right.
Yeah, we skipped ahead to the live.
Later, guys.
There we go. Oh. Action button, man. Yeah, that was a great call. Thank you for that. Sorry, I forget who it was that said go to his live. He's live. Oh my God. I love it. I just love it. There's always something with this man. This is why we do what we do, isn't it? Really. There's always a new grift. Someone commented on my video, like, yeah, I get he's a piece of shit, but like, why do you care? And it's like, because it's fucking gold, man. It's a reality show. Jasper's getting punted across the room. I can just see it now, man. Yeah, Jasper, I'm in no mood for your shit. I'll keep out my way. I'm in the mood for fucking someone up. Yeah, you can set your watch to him. Exactly. I like the difference between edited video Adam and streaming Sam. Do you mean... Oh, okay, cool. That was pretty good. Looking forward to the takes on TBS. Yeah, I can't wait to hear what the guys say. Man, it's going to be funny. Truman Show. Yeah. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, I mean, it's just like Big Brother or something like that. It's, you know, it's just the thing that keeps on giving. But like I said on TBS the other day, like it's like that, but also you can, if you want, directly affect it in some way. You can say something and it'll go off on a rant, or, you know, amazing. That's why the dent, if he rides a unicycle, because he was going to need a new ride. Yes, that's great. Just got back from walking the dog. What happened? Something with his car? Yeah, someone stole one of his tires, or one of Cat's tires. They've just got the one car, haven't they? While Cat was at work. So we got a bit of a rant and he's ended his stream early. Yeah, exactly. Did you notice how he never showed any concern about Cat? Yeah, exactly. It's like we said, you know, you're talking about all this stuff, but you're just sitting there talking instead of sorting it out. Like, unbelievable. $1 to watch Phil go into a tailspin. You probably think something racist already. Yeah, a tyre got stolen off his car. Just one. Just one, and we got a good rant, and he capped it all off by saying that he was in the mood to fuck someone up. So, there's your sound clip. yeah, and then he'll get ripped off, and it'll cost him thousands of dollars, and then we'll be back to where we were, and all of that money will be, you know, all that positivity will be negated. You know how it goes. Yeah, all the Best Street money's gone. Had to buy the new tyres. Just, it's a Phil stream. It's, you know, it's DSP gaming, man. Dark side Phil just goes round and round. Do I think Cat's still living with him? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I'm not really. I think it's health, all this stuff. You know, the divorce guys make a good point, but yeah, I think it's a health thing. But I do agree there's probably a couple of things going on. So yeah. It's just funny though, isn't it? Like, okay, yeah, it sucks that someone nicked your tyre, but it's just a tyre. Just sort it, you know. I don't know why that thingy didn't pop, but anyway, yeah, Josh, thank you for that $5 super chat. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's weird. Oh shit, Puddy, thank you for gifting those members. That's awesome. Can you guys hear that? I'm still buzzing about that. I set that up like 2 years ago or something. Or like a year and a half ago or something. What other detractors have their Alexas telling them they've got a new channel member? Uh-oh, Lefty's here. Right, that's the end of this stream. Thanks for this, guys. This has been wicked. Like, I was kind of, as I always do, kind of trying to talk myself in and also talk myself out of streaming. You know, I was like, should I do it? Should I not? And it was, yeah. Glad I did, man. This has been wicked. I think we picked a good stream, certainly with that ending as well. Like we did this on a good day. if you can have a good day with watching this stuff. But yes, if you weren't here for the start, I'm making it my mission now. All this meaningful positivity that you guys are pouring in. I'm making it my mission to put it all towards a fucking hell, man. Thank you for subbing Barrymore Rice and Lord Thunder now with the channel membership. Fuck's sake. Thank you. I'll finish my story in a second. The Watcher, thank you for subscribing. Yes, all this money, all this positivity is going towards a new DSLR. Or a DSLR, I don't own one. And I'm not making another video until I own it. So yeah, I'm going to save. I'm going to squirrel away all this money. Just, you know, the streaming money is going to go towards that. And I'm going to make the next video, like, cool. I want to make it, like, good looking. Well, this will be in it, but you know what I mean? I want to take the, because that's my motivation, man. I want to show that, like, with a little bit of, you know, because of DSLR and a lens, what, 500-600 quid? DSP could buy like 9 of them of that with the money he's just made. But I want to show that you know, with a little bit of input, a little bit of, you know, what's the word? A little bit of passion, a little bit of saving your money. You can make cool things. So that's what I want to do. Stourbridge repping DSP. Yes, I know. We just caught the tire being stolen story. It was something. I'm glad that we did that. Spend the money on spinning up a WWE Champions account. I feel like I probably should. The money's going towards my bills. Yeah, no, seriously though, it is. I'm going to save it. I'm going to put it all to one side, and I'm going to make the next video, whatever the next video is, look cool and interesting and unique and fun and different. Acting like I'm not going to spend it on Pokemon Go. It'd be so easy. I'm late, but I'm crying about it. Ah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Attire being stolen is not a good thing. But it's the grand scheme of things, it's you know. It's not massive, is it? It's, you know. When do I go live mainly? Once a year. Maybe. I've just got a bit of free time at the moment. My family are away at the moment, and so just for a couple of nights. So I'm going to try and squeeze in. When I'm not at work, I'm going to be trying to do stuff. Obviously, we've got the podcast tomorrow, the messaging show. Over on that being said, as if you all don't know what that is. If you don't mind, sometimes you can get a DSLR with a lens. That I think I'm going to go use. Yeah, I want to get the best thing that I can, but probably like out on a budget. So yeah, cheap, or probably like for anyone that knows cameras. I think I'm going to go for like a Canon M50 with like a cheapish lens that will give me that nice. So all of this will be blurry. Basically, is my goal, and I will be happy about that, and no one else will care. Nothing would be funnier than finding out Sam has a crippling cocaine addiction. That would be pretty funny. Philly's going to act like the tyre being stolen caused him PTSD as if he got mugged at gunpoint. Basically, yeah, he's already laid the groundwork for that. Can we get a members goal to send the fam on holiday so we can get more Sam streams? Please do. Just bought a Sony A5100 at an online pawn shop for less than 300. Cool, man. Yeah, I've just kind of talked myself into the M50, which is like, it's like, it seems to be like the content creation go-to, I guess, like from what I gather. It does 4K, but kind of iffily, if that's a word. It's not the best. What did I see there? What's your feeling on the stolen tire? Real or fake? Oh, real or fake? It probably, like, that's the thing. Like, it probably happened, but it's just like, like it's not great, but it doesn't. It's in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really, like, you know, it's not like a big deal, is it? Like, if someone nicked my tire, I'd be pissed off about it, but I wouldn't run to tell the world about it, you know. Streamer ready DSLRs are expensive and I'm too cheap. That's my problem, man. It's like with anything. I always look at stuff, do loads of research, and I'm like, oh, but if I spend £100 more, I can get this. But then if I spend £100 more on top of that, I can get this. And there's always something. So it's trying to find that, like, kind of reachable goal, but, you know, not go too crazy with it. WPIG needs to report from the crime scene. I feel like ALT's got a lot of work to do in like 24 hours. I mean Rambo, sorry. I'm on Team Real, if that's a thing. Is that a thing on Twitter now? People Team Real and Team Fake. Oh god. People are tweeting about me. Thanks, Lefty. God, let's check Twitter. What's he saying? What's Poem's Future saying? Yeah, we're tweeting about it. Thank you for subscribing. Right, I should probably get out of here because, yeah, I do have work tomorrow. So, you know, some of us have jobs. Same, and then 5 minutes later, you triple over budget. Exactly. My budget's fuck all, so, you know, I'm already over budget. But we're going to save up. And then I'm going to make a video with it. And then never use it again. If you post a picture on Twitter of his car with a missing tire, I'll believe it. Let someone... Why don't he should do that himself. Buy my 2080 Ti so I have a reason to go 4090. That would be an upgrade for me, to be fair. It is now 25 to midnight over here. So, yeah, I should get going, really. But you've been a great audience, everyone. Thank you for this. It's been good. It's been a while since I've checked out like an entire pre-stream. And also been a long time since I actually streamed. So, yeah. Been cool, but yeah, like I say, I'm going to be, obviously, that being said, tomorrow I'm going to have one eye on the Sony announcements, because I need that Final Fantasy or Metal Gear Solid in my life, and then maybe Thursday, maybe a daytime stream, and I might be doing something with someone else. I don't know, can't remember if that's happening or not. So yeah, thanks everyone. I'll try and do more of these. Peace out and all that shite.
Big ass